Good afternoon, y'all. Good afternoon. Hope everybody's doing well today. Sorry, I've my voice. I was talking about it a little bit yesterday, but my voice is getting worse. I'm sick, so I might sound a little bit different today. I don't know. I feel like this happens every time a new update comes out. I start getting sick. I don't know if it's a coincidence. I'm cursed. What's up, Gloria's daughter? What's up, Jeff? Hoping you got your hands on the new DLC so I can see you use it. Now, Shadow Render Cube. Now, they sent me the code, I think 2 days ago. So I've been messing with it a little bit so I can get like some things ready so I can just like present it to you and show everybody. What's up, Wickmaster? What's up, Descafina? I appreciate that. I'm not like terrible. Everybody in my house, I feel like, has got it worse than I do. It's mostly like a sore throat for me. But I mean, we're getting it. We're getting it. I got some water right next to me. I got my bang. We're good. We're good. What's up, Milan? What's up, Ida? What's up, Topsia? Been waiting for this stream all day. Well, I'm fine. I'm happy that I'm gonna be able to finally show you guys all this new stuff. I'm gonna give some time for people to come in, but uh-oh. Maybe give some time for my internet to chill out too. Getting it as soon as it releases. Well, it releases next Thursday. So you guys have about 6 days till it comes out. And then everybody will be able to check it out. We'll do a couple Medieval Dynasty streams leading up to this update, so it'll be fun. What's up, Robert? What's up, DH95? How much is the DLC? Have they announced? They didn't send me the price on the DLC, actually. Let me see if I can pull it up. Last time I saw it said coming soon. Yeah, it still says NA, so we don't actually know the price of it at the moment. At least I don't know. Maybe somebody might know. No, I had a couple drop frames at the beginning. That's why people are probably having a little issues right there. Excited for some shrubs and rocks. Honestly, me too. Now I'm excited just to have new decorations in general. I think it's really cool that we're actually getting some more decorations. It's been a while since we've gotten some new, like a lot of decorations. If you're a big decorator in Medieval Dynasty, this is your update. I think we have 30 plus new decorations in this alone. Hey, what's up, Elena? How you doing? Can you plant trees into this DLC? So there's 3 updates total. I guess it'd be technically 3. So there's a free update, which is the plant a tree update, and we'll go over that first. And then we got the Echoes of Nature DLC, which is going to be the DLC that you got to pay for. And then there's a soundtrack, which is basically like all the new music they've added since last year with the 3 bards and stuff. It's basically like a volume 2 soundtrack that shows off all of the new, has all the new music. But a couple other things I want to talk about before we start this, while people are trickling in. So initially I was going to play Bitcraft today. I was going to do like half Medieval Dynasty, half Bitcraft, but they pushed the update to next week. And then they made a post today saying it was going to be tomorrow. So we might end up still playing it tomorrow. Yesterday we obviously played Chinese Frontiers. This is going to be a big Dynasty week. Sengoku Dynasty is getting an update next Tuesday as well. And I think that's the raid update. So we might try that out sometime this weekend as well. And I guess lastly, we're going to be putting a lot of Medieval Dynasty content out next week. I had a couple videos I want to post, a couple tutorials, a couple just random things. So I think leading up to the update, we'll have some content coming out. And then when Thursday hits, when we actually get the update, we're going to be doing, we've been talking about it for a while now. We're going to be doing the member co-op run. So essentially, if you're a member, I'm going to have a link to a Google form. In that Google form, you're just basically going to sign up. If you're a member, it'll be linked to like the member community chat. So if you're a member, you'll be able to just go straight to it. If not, I think it'll lead you to the member page. But I'm going to have everybody like fill up that form, and then I'm going to have like spin a wheel essentially. And like the first 4 people I pull, or 3 people, we'll add them to the game. And if people ever drop out, we'll add new people as they go. And then we'll do this, we'll probably do this run for a while. So then we'll give plenty of time for other people to join and check out our co-op run. And we'll just make a village together. I absolutely won't be a tyrant and tell everybody what to do. But depending on how demanding that is, we'll decide or determine whether we add more or less people. Like if I want to add, like, because if I want to make sure everybody has like the opportunity to play if they can. So if we have new people, I'd rather have like new people come in on the next run, new people coming on the next run. But if there's, you know, free slots because there's nobody around, then I'll take whoever's available and wants to play. But now that's the plan for next week, or at least leading up to next week. But we will be playing Medieval Dynasty on Thursday. Probably like as soon as the update comes out, we'll be live. Sorry, I'm still messing with stuff on the back, and I don't want to have what happened a little bit earlier happen again. Haven't been playing for a while, been distracted with Timberpoint and Dinkum. I don't know if I've ever played those games, but I've heard of them. I'm giving some time. I'll give it some time for people to come in right now. Also, I'm trying to keep hydrated at the moment. But I will start in like a minute now. Restart the music. But I was having mad trouble sleeping last night. Mostly because I'm getting sick. I don't know if you guys can hear it. They should have rock benches. I mean, that could be cool. Be an interesting idea. It's not in the update, but that would be an interesting idea. But yeah, there's new fencing. There's a couple new fences. Like I said, most of this update, it's called Echoes of Nature. So all of it is like natural stuff. There are a couple quality of life changes, and we'll go over that first. But at least for the DLC, it's all gonna be like natural decorations and stuff like that. Let me move this to the side here. Let me drop this last link and then I will get started and we'll show you. We'll show you what's going on. I think we're good. Now, there's no changes to the insides of houses yet. Depends on what level you can unlock the new designs. So I think for the decorations, at least, the DLC decorations, you don't have to unlock them. But you will have to get some like resources if you want to build them. They're not like free. All right, I think we can get started here. Now, so I'm gonna go over like the free update stuff first, and then we're gonna go over like the DLC, because the free update's only a few things, and then we'll get into the meat, which is gonna be the DLC. So for those that don't get the update or are curious about what is coming that is free, that is basically the plant a tree update that adds planting trees, getting seedlings, growing the trees, and you'll be able to like cut them down just like normal trees. They'll act like every normal tree. But the other quality of life thing they added was the, let me get this out of the way. Ignore all my symbols in the corner. If you have your hammer out, especially if you have your hammer, and you look at your crafting wheel here, we got something new called move mode. And if you played Sengoku Dynasty, you'll probably recognize this. But essentially, if you have a house and you've placed it and you want to move it, normally what you got to do is you got to deconstruct, break everything down, get rid of it, build it back up somewhere else. You don't need to do that anymore. You can literally just, if you see simple small house parentheses move, you can just slap it and you can just decide where you want to place this house. And it's that easy. Like, doesn't cost anything. You just go to move mode, you hit it. You can get it into the right position you want. If you're like, oh, I need to move it an inch to the left, I don't want to break it down. You can just, shift it a little to the left, shift it to the right, shift it forward, spin it around. You can trap wizards. That was, I don't know if that's intentional, but it's kind of funny. But this works for any building. So any of my houses over here, like if I want to move any of these, I can just pick it up and move it. If I want it to be like this, house is fine. And the people are still in it. So you don't have to worry about anybody like getting kicked out and having to rehome anybody. But I mean, if you like it, like I'll mess with this later. We'll also do some decorating this update, this stream here, just to kind of show off how we use the decorations. Hey, what's up, David? Hope you'll feel better. I hope so too, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. I want this feature so bad. Ever since Sengoku had this, I saw this. I was like, I need this move update. This would help so much with decorating houses, and now we got it. So that is one of the features. It's a big quality of life change that I feel like a lot of people have been really wanting. So I'm happy we're getting that. And then, of course, the big part of the update is the plant a tree update. You probably noticed I have this line of trees going down here. These aren't natural. I planted all these trees. And they actually have names like spruce tree A, B, C, D, and E. And you can kind of tell like some of them have their own different models. So if you go to your decorations, we have this new natural decorations tab in the crafting wheel. And you can see like the decorations that are added to the Echoes of Nature DLC are marked with like the little spring flower symbol. But all the trees are, like I said, they're free. So we have 5 trees of each. So you got 5 spruce trees, you got 5 birch trees, and you got 5 maple trees. And each of these trees, basically every decoration in this update, has a model for each season. So they're all, everything that you see in this update looks different depending on the season. Hey, what's up, Will? How's it going, man? I'm purposely hiding all the other things. Don't worry, guys. But yeah, this is basically, I'll show you how we plant these trees or how you grow these trees. This tree's kind of in the way. And you can do little designs like this. So you can literally plant them essentially anywhere you want. And obviously, since they're a tree, you can cut the tree down. This isn't just a decoration. You can cut the tree down and get resources from it. What's the cost to plant a tree? So the cost to plant a tree is only a seedling. So if you want to plant a spruce tree, you need a spruce seedling. If you want a birch tree, you need a birch seedling. And if you want a maple tree, you need a maple seedling. And you get these just from cutting trees down. So this birch tree, I'm actually just gonna plant another one right here just to show you. So if you have a seedling like I already do, you can choose the tree and you kind of see the model as you're trying to place it. One thing that makes it a lot easier to see the model, because when you plant it, it's gonna have to grow. So if you use photo mode, you can actually see what the full model of the tree is gonna look like before you place it. Say what this was spruce tree A. It'll still grow back, but I'm gonna just throw another tree down to show you. When you place a tree, it adds this little, I guess, some branches and the little braces here. And it takes a year to grow. So every tree that you plant is gonna take a year to grow. So they do grow faster than maybe like a normal tree. And if you leave the stump, of course, they'll still grow back. Every tree doesn't drop seedlings though. So you may have to go around and cut some trees down till you get one. So you see how I got a birch seedling from that tree. See if I can find like a maple tree around here. While we're running around, you'll probably see there's a bunch of logs around my village. I've just been chopping down trees trying to get seeds. So yeah, you're gonna see logs everywhere. Now let's see if we can get a maple seed. See, first maple tree, we got a maple seed. See if I can find them. We got maple seedlings, we got birch seedlings, a couple new items, but we'll get to those, don't worry. Let me call the horse really quick, because you don't always have to just cut trees down to get them manually. Villagers can't farm these, so if you have like a woodshed, you're not going to be able to just farm them, essentially, like generate them like you can with logs, sticks, spruce bark, so on and so forth. But sometimes you can buy them in town. A lot of the resources or things you need for the decorations can just be bought in either Piastovia or the exotic goods vendor in the valley, I believe.
Move on.
So let me run over to my brother, my boy Markuslav, and see if he's got anything for us. Where you at, my man? There he is. Markuslav, my brother. Markuslav is probably like the best vendor in the game. It's not even close. But if you go to crafting here and just look through here, sometimes you will find that he has seedlings. Sometimes he's not going to have seeds though. So as we can see, he's got a maple seed here. If you go by number, I don't think I've ever seen them have more than one at a time. And some seasons he just doesn't have them. But luckily, like I said, you can get these manually just by cutting trees down. But he's got a birch seedling and a maple seedling. So we're just gonna buy those.
Take care.
Let's go.
And just so I don't have to come back here, because I would have to otherwise. If you want to get the Echoes of Nature DLC resources, because some of these things take special or new items. The rocks still take rocks, but like shrubs, like you can see green shrub seed, wild rosebush seed. Those are completely brand new items, and you can buy all these at the exotic goods vendor. Domazir.
How do you do?
Once again, go to crafting, and you'll see exotic goods just selling everything. How much do the seedlings sell for? They don't sell for a lot. Birch seedlings sell for 16. Maple for 32. I don't know. I don't think you can find majestic tree seedlings outside of the world, aside from exotic goods vendors. At least I haven't found any. The only ones I've found is through this guy. Like, there's no new bushes that you like harvest to get these. You just talk to Domazir or any exotic goods vendor on the valley, and you'll be able to buy this stuff. So we're just gonna buy literally all of it. It's what I've been doing like every season, just so I have some extra.
Whatever you need. Have a nice day.
Let's go.
Love the maple trees, but there aren't many where you built. Well, at the very least, if you want to have more maple trees around now, then you can just chop some trees, go to the swamp, get a bunch of maple trees, get some seedlings, and just start planting them around your location. So one thing that I really want to do with this village, now that we have like trees and decorations to plant, Callistovia is, I'll show it on the map right here for those who haven't seen it. We're doing this on, wait, my king died? Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. This is my third king and he's still evil. I'm upset. Anyways, this is Callistovia. This is the village I've been working on for pretty much the entire year, I think. We've done a couple like other saves, but this is like the main village. I'll probably do a village tour on this once it's complete, because it's not complete there yet. But we built this village out in the swamp, so like right south of Klonitsa. And the idea is this is basically supposed to be like a swamp village. So I'm gonna be planting a lot more trees to make it look maybe a little more shaded and swampy. I really need to pick up these logs. They're literally everywhere. Lantern Oxbone to new area around Denica Lake. Maple and birch trees everywhere. Yeah, that's cool. And now you have that control now. So I don't have any more spruce seedlings, but I do have a birch here. If you just want to plant trees, I'm just gonna be planting them as we go. But like, this is, if you look at these trees, this is like the max range between trees that you can essentially go. I tried to make the trees be as close as possible so you can see how close you can like compact them. Some of these trees like are pretty massive and wide up at the top, especially the maple trees. I feel like with maple trees, they have like the widest range in between them, with the spruce trees being like the minimum range. But I'm just gonna plant a couple trees because we're gonna like watch these essentially grow. Before the end of the stream, we'll see all these pop up. So let's get a maple tree around here. I dropped some birch trees. I don't have any spruce trees. Put another tree here. And also, if you don't like that you placed a tree down, like you don't like where you placed it and you're like, oh, I want to move it, you just dig it up and you get the seed back. Dare you to build a village with only ones and skills? That sounds painful. This is kind of off topic, but I noticed this recently. If you watch this stream a little bit, we had a villager called Malabad, and his skills were like so bad it wasn't even funny. Like I think he had a 1 in every skill except 1. See if I can find him. It's been like 28 years, so he's had time to level his singular skill. So he's got a 10 in farming, but he's got 1s in everything and 2 in production. Ironically, I think his daughter's going to be who I end up pairing Lubomir with. So funnily enough, he actually had, I think his kid is one of our best skilled villagers. I don't know how Malabad did it. Who is it, Niego? Yeah, she's got 8 in farming, 4 diplomacy, survival, 5 production, extraction. We love Malabad. Malabad was just so bad we had to invite him to the village, so Malabad's with us, and he's staying. We actually played Chinese Frontiers yesterday, Pearl, so there's actually a 5-hour stream, maybe 6-hour stream of Chinese Frontiers. We got pretty far. We may play some more in the future, but like I said, we got a busy week today with Dynasty stuff. But now, before the sun goes down, I want to show you all the new decorations, because these decorations are going to be changing each season. So I'm going to be showing you basically every time. I changed this. I did mess with my settings a little bit. I think we have it on 1-day seasons at the moment, and I like added all like the custom game settings just so they're not like impeding anything for this stream specifically. Hope they add raids to the game. I mean, never say never. Usually I think the autumn updates are like the biggest updates of the year, so who knows what we'll see at the end of the year. Also, what's up, Rosa? How's it going? New update comes out next Thursday, the 26th. But yeah, these are the trees here. I think I'm actually going to reload just so I have some extra daylight. Because the sun's gonna go down quick and I don't want it to be like dark when I show it to you. It was 6 hours long. We really did go for a long time yesterday. It was fun. My throat's drying out really quickly. I hate being sick. I feel like I never get sick, but when I do, it just sucks. All right, we're back. I'm just gonna throw some trees down just so we can see them grow still. Just really quickly. I even got this spruce tree here. But now we'll check out all the other decorations we got going on here. So just to refresh, if you go to decorations and furniture, this is where you'll find all the decorations. These are the free ones. Anything with the little spring symbol is from the Echoes of Nature DLC. So we're gonna start with the shrubs. These are the first 4 shrubs that we have on here. And you'll see like the resources that we end up buying. The green shrub seeds, the wild rosebush seeds, the yellow flowering shrub seeds, and the white flowering shrub seeds. And it's kind of shady in here, so I'm actually gonna build new ones so you can see them. And you can actually build these pretty close to each other. Like, you can almost kind of like combine them. They're all basically green right now. It's spring, but as soon as summer hits, that's when all the color comes out with these new decorations. So we will see them change next season. Another kind of interesting thing, you can actually just chop down these shrubs and they give you sticks. I think if you destroy them, like if you go through destroy mode with your hammer and you break them, there is a chance you'll actually get like seeds back. But if you want just like sticks or something, you can just chop them. How much is DLC gonna cost? I don't think they've announced it yet. So I don't wanna give any expectations on how much it could or could not be. Also, Lizzie with the tier 1. Thank you so much, Lizzie. Hope you're doing well. Also, what's up, Andrew? What'd you miss? We basically talked about how houses can be moved because we have a move build option. So if you pick up a house, you can just kind of shift it to the side or like turn it around. And it won't cost anything. And then we kind of just quickly showcased all of the new trees that you can plant. So all these trees in a line from here to the end are all planted. So I'm definitely gonna be planting a lot of stuff. We're gonna be doing decoration or decorating on the village after we finish up here, just showcasing everything, just so we can see how you use a lot of these decorations. But after these shrubs, we have the other trees. And this includes small evergreen tree A, B, and the majestic tree. And you'll probably recognize the evergreen tree, like this one right here. I love these trees, by the way. I think these were another, small evergreen seedlings. These trees or the seedlings can be bought from the exotic goods vendor Domazir. So you can just place them and they don't take time to grow. The only things that take time to grow are the normal trees. So maple, spruce, and birch. Everything else you just place and it grows. And you can just cut these down if you want, like usual. Turning feature so impactful. I was telling you guys, if you are a decorator, like if you like decorating in this game or village building, this is a massive update. We have a total of, I want to say 29 new placeables. If you count the birch trees, spruce trees, and stuff. And each decoration has a unique model depending on the season. So what is that, like 120 new models in this update? So yeah, crazy stuff. These are the evergreen B, I believe. Yeah, small evergreen B. So it's pretty much just an evergreen A, but kind of chopped down to be this little bush here. Yeah, we're talking about the new update, Robert. We can move the houses. Haven't been on Medieval Dynasty for a few months now. Now this is coming out next Thursday. So everybody will be able to try this out next Thursday. Hey, what's up, Kimberly? How's it going? Appreciate you stopping by. Gonna have a blast. Now, me too. I'll be honest, I've already put some decorations down in the village because I was like, I need to test this. I need to see how some of these look. Is moving house feature in the DLC, or does it come as an update? So the moving the house and the planted trees. So all these trees here, everything I've shown up to these bushes has been free. So the evergreen or the seedlings for all the trees, the maple, birch, and spruce, the move building, that's all free. You don't pay for that. You're just getting that if you play the game. But the new decorations like the bushes, the evergreen trees, the rocks, the ponds, and then if you go to, it's kind of hidden, but if you go to fences, you also got the hedges. Anything with these little, I guess, spring symbols, these are what are only DLC specific. So if you're not really interested in decorating, you'll still have some new things you'll be able to mess around with. Honestly, having seedlings really early on is going to be nice, especially when you're chopping down trees and you're desperate for wood early. Are the new trees farmable? Yep, you can chop them down. They'll stay as stumps. So trees still work the exact same. If you chop down any of these trees, they will grow back. I don't want to chop them down because I want to actually see them like transition each season. Done with long rectangular planters. I'm still gonna use them, but nah, these are, especially with these little bushes, I'm hyped to use all these. Now I'm gonna show you guys my favorite decoration. This is the majestic tree. It's also an other tree. So I've shown evergreen A and evergreen B. This is the majestic tree. This thing is massive. I'm not exaggerating this time when I say massive. This is my favorite decoration in the entire update, and it's not even close. And it's like I said, it changes every season, so this looks different depending on what time of year it is. This one, on the other hand, actually takes time to grow. So remember how I said all the trees takes a year to grow? If you get a majestic tree seed, which you have to buy from Domazir or an exotic goods vendor, you just place it, and after a year, it'll grow. Should introduce forestry as an occupation. I wouldn't be against that, honestly. I like that you can like buy the seeds, but I do wish it would be possible to farm some of this stuff. But at the same time, I would get it. Like, majestic trees are a little expensive. They're kind of rare. So I don't mind spending a little bit of money for those. But if there was like a vendor that sold like the seeds that you could farm, or maybe there was a new forester building where you could harvest seedlings, that could be interesting. But we're in the spring season, so we're just looking at the spring models right now. World tree at the centerpiece of the village. I've actually planted one in the village. You can barely see it, but it's over there. I'll show it once we actually walk in the village and start decorating. All right, next we got the rocks. Here's some rocks, guys. Once again, natural decorations and rocks. You got a flat rock, a tall rock, a wide rock, and the balancing rock. These are just, like I said, purely decoration, aesthetic value. And each of them cost 20 stones each. Except for the balancing rock. That one costs, yeah, 50. And I feel like you could do a lot with these. I know people like to usually make like custom types of builds. And I feel like you could use like these little flat rocks for like platforms or sitting in front of the houses. Yeah, no, the rocks are expensive, so I hope you got a villager gathering rocks. Can you collect seedlings through the herbalist hut? You cannot. I've checked. Let me double check. Let me double check. So let's go to survival. Am I blind? No, it's right here. Herbalist hut. None of this is new. This is all like the original creations. And then same with the woodshed. Also ignore the fact that my village is falling apart right now. We'll fix that. So none of this stuff can be just farmed. Like the new seeds, you gotta either go pick them up from Markuslav, sometime he sells them, or you just go chop down some trees, which is what I was doing to get most of my seeds. How many logs do you get from cutting a majestic tree? I haven't tried that before, actually. Uh-oh. That's a big old tree right there. Look at that. Three logs. So you get 3 logs for a majestic tree. They are not meant for logs. They are meant for aesthetic values. So I think maple trees still give more. Maple trees give what, like, it's 4, right? 3 or 4? Yeah, it's 4. So yeah, maple trees are still gonna give you more. It is weird that the smaller tree does give way more logs than the bigger one. But I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, these are the rocks. You can make some really cool rock formations or add them just around. Leave that there for a second. Or make a path through the pond. That could be a good idea. Hey, what's up, Drex? What's going on, man? We're just checking out all the new decorations for the Medieval Dynasty update. Hey, what's up, Alpheus? Have I tried Zevia and Ostoya? I thought I did. Maybe I have to go check her. Markuslav sells seeds. I checked Edwin in Gestovia. He doesn't sell any, so it wasn't the farming vendor. But maybe I could check Zevia and see if she sells them. Village is gonna be mapled out. Bet the stump of the big tree could be used as decoration. I mean, you could, yeah. It is a way bigger tree, and it'll eventually grow back. What I missed so far, we'll go over everything that we've seen so far. We've almost shown everything. You say it comes out next week? Yep, it comes out on Thursday. Next Thursday, the 26th. Stone circles are a part of many civilizations throughout time. You'll make one of those. I feel like you could make some cool rock formation. You can't do like a massive like Stonehenge type thing, but I think having these will actually do good for the village. It's always nice to have some different things to put around for some variety. Wife stopped playing, but maybe with this update you can coax her back in. That would be cool. Oh yeah, and this update comes out for console and PC all on the same day. So if you're, you know, a co-op, or sorry, if you're like an Xbox or PS4 Game Pass player, everybody gets this at the same time. So it's not like last summer where we had to wait a little bit. But I've talked about them a little bit. Next are the hedges. We got 2 hedges here. These are fences. So if you go to your fences, you can find hedges here, and you have a low hedge and a tall hedge. You just place them like a normal fence and you build them. I kind of want to make a hedge maze. Like I've always thought it'd be interesting to make a hedge maze. I know people have done it with like the bigger walls, But now that we have legit hedges, I think I'm gonna do it. I don't know if where I'll fit it in the village, but I think that would be fun. Ability to reposition buildings is a game changer. It really is. I'm super happy with the bits of quality of life they've been adding in between like each update, like each major update. We've gotten like a lot of quality of life in the last year. The move buildings, the seasonal management, the economy summary tab. So makes town with DLC assets. What happens to a player without the DLC gets the map? Do they disappear? My assumption would be if you have, like, let's say somebody who had the DLC or didn't have the DLC tried to join my game, it's either going to probably say you can't play, but my guess is most likely going to be, I don't think it's going to say you can't play. I think it's going to say like, oh, you're in a village that with somebody that has the DLC, but you probably won't be able to place the decorations. The person who has the DLC will probably be able to place them. Maybe we could test that. We could try testing that today. Actually, I don't know if I can do that. Yeah, actually, I don't know if I can do that. We'll test that on Thursday, guys. We'll test it on Thursday. You've done a hedge maze with the current hedge to hide an outhouse. Okay. Now we can make like legit hedge mazes. Is the DLC free? The DLC is not free. I don't know how much it is yet. The planted tree update and the move buildings is the free part of the update though. So some of it's free, but all these decorations past this part, these all are part of the DLC, and I assume it's gonna cost a little bit at least. And then finally, we got 2 more decorations I gotta show off. These ones, aside for the majestic tree, are probably my favorites. We got ponds. We got 2 ponds here. We got the round pond and what is this one called? The rockery pond. So yeah, this is a round pond here. And then we got the rockery pond. And just like all the other decorations, both these ponds will change depending on how the season, like what season you're in. Want to play DLC, you must pay the king's tax. Maybe. Now, I really like how these ponds look. I have a couple ideas of where I want to place some of these, and I did kind of mess with some of these decorations. You probably seen it in the thumbnail. I didn't try to do anything like super fancy, but I wanted it to just check and see how like close you could build things. Right here. So you can actually get things pretty close together, especially with the bushes. Like if you want to basically make walls with these like evergreens, you can do it. Can you drink from the pond? I don't think you can drink from the pond. This is probably a breeding ground for mosquitoes too. I could never. Render Cube replied to a comment, if the host has DLC, the client can use the items. Oh, so only one person needs to have the DLC? That's kind of huge. So there you guys go. Anybody that joins our game will be able to use the DLCs regardless of whether they have them or not. Now I appreciate that, half Danish. Thank you. Rookie question, but what's the DLC? The DLC is called Echoes of Nature. It is, I believe, 27 new unique decorations added to the game. It's around 27, I believe. I might be counting the birch trees too, like the planet tree update trees. But all these new decorations also have unique models depending on the season. So each of these models is gonna have, we probably have close to 100 new models coming. I don't know the exact number. But once the summer hits, I'm gonna show you how like the bushes look, because the bushes are actually very vibrant in the summer. Spring is usually when everything's all green.
Onward.
And I'll also show you kind of some places where I've put some of these new decorations down in the village.
All right then. Here.
I haven't placed too many. This village needs some work. It's falling apart. But since I chopped down the tree, here's another image of the majestic tree that's coming. Like this tree is huge. Like I really like this tree. Hey, what's up, nerd? What's going on, man? Rose is gonna have a field day. Like I said, if you're a decorator, this is the update for you. What's the majestic seed cost? I think the majestic seeds cost like $250. Around like 200, 250, I think. So they're not like super expensive. You can only buy majestic tree seeds and most of the decoration, like the new DLC decorations, like the ingredients from Domazir or any exotic goods vendor. So it's actually going to be a lot easier to get these resources if you're playing on the Oxbow, because the Oxbow has a dedicated exotic goods vendor in Piastovia. I did check with the Valley. The Valley vendor still does randomly spawn depending on which location you go. So he's not always going to be in the same spot. You're probably going to have to track him down. But the exotic goods vendor does still sell all the new stuff on the Valley. Yeah, I believe this is a tree right here. I just placed it right next to the bridge. I placed a couple of the bushes right here. And I think that's everything I've actually placed in the village, because I didn't want to do all of it off stream. Assume it's a horse chestnut, a conker tree from the candle-shaped flowers. There's one on the other side of your garden hedge. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what type of tree this is. They got like these little white flower thingies coming off of them. Exotic goods vendor in the Valley has the seedlings too. Yep. You can buy them from the exotic goods vendor. You'll just gotta track him down sometimes. I'm gonna see if I can sleep. It might be a little too early. Oh, I put a pond down there too. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that there. How'd that happen? Yeah, this was just me looking at it, and I guess I just left it there. Oh, I had 2-day seasons on this run. Whoops. Let me actually quick save really quick. Whose house is this? I think there may be a birch tree missing in this. But before we wait, I think I can pull up last summer. I'm gonna have to check actually, because this is a couple years back, so there might be some decorations missing in this. But we're gonna check winter. I'm gonna show you what everything looks like in the winter. And then as we go by, we'll check out summer and fall. But we're just gonna have to wait for the transition naturally. I don't think they've announced how much the DLC is gonna be yet. Unless they do it midstream, it still said not available. But no, I do think that'll be fun though. So if you are a member and you don't necessarily have... Oh, I ended this at night. All right, this isn't gonna work then. Just kidding. Actually, do I have a night vision potion? I do have a night vision potion. I don't know, I really like how winter looks like at night with the night vision potion. And we'll look at this in the day. Like I said, we're going to be doing an entire year of one-day seasons this run. But as you can see, like for the winter, like the flowers left the rocks for the pond. There's a bunch of snow covering all of them. The hedges are coated in snow. Same with these rocks, a little bit of snow on each of them. So each one, like I said, is textured depending on the season. The majestic tree is starting to lose a lot of the leaves it's got. All the trees like the maple, spruce, birch are all, you know, seasonally textured. The evergreens don't change that much, which kind of makes sense. And then the shrubs. Some of them look a little bit more wiry in the winter. Let me go back to that quick save though. It's a chestnut in Poland. Chestnuts bloom in the May. Looks just like this. Okay. I've never seen one of those trees before. How close can you place trees? I'll show you the line again. I'll kind of refresh some of the things that I showed at the beginning of the stream. But all the trees that I've placed in like that big row, that is like the max range in between each tree that you can place. Let me get some water really quick. Also, I thought I changed it to one-day season, but apparently not. Let me do that really quick. Down to 1. I think the majestic tree looks the best in the spring, but I really like how most of the bushes and plants look in the summer the most. Hey, what's up, Miss Opus? How you doing? Good to see Anne again. Yeah, we're gonna return to Anne now with this update. This village, I've talked about it before. This village is half done. Like, this part is pretty defined, but like the neighborhoods in the corner could really use some work. So now with all these new decorations, we're gonna do some new decoration streams. We're still gonna do the multiplayer run starting next week, but we will do some occasional decoration streams on the side. But now this is how the trees look like when you plant them. They're like little teeny little trees being propped up. This is basically how close you can get each tree to each other. So with the spruce, you can actually get them pretty close. Do I have any spruce seeds? I don't. Yeah, you get them decently close to each other. So since some of them are like A, B, C, D, E, the A, B, C, D, E isn't like dependent on like the size or anything. It kind of varies. Like I think this is birch tree B. I think this is the widest birch tree. And then E is like the tallest one. And then you got a couple short ones. Maple tree C is really tall. And then the D one is super wide. But you can see like how much more space in between the maple trees there are versus like the birch trees or the spruce trees. Maple trees give more logs. They're a little bit bigger and wider. So you won't be able to like place them as close together. I mean, they kind of give a lot of shade. Oh, there's a good shot. There's all the trees. Can you move any building, not just houses? Yeah, you can move any building. Now, this could be... Let me see. Like, I don't want to mess with it too much. But yeah, you can move every building. I feel like with the move building mode though, you might be able to cheese things with the resource storage. On the other hand though, if you like to carry things, you know, this is a good test actually. So I got stuff inside the building. I don't know if it's actually going to move things that are like built inside or like laying inside the building. Can you move buildings in photo mode? I don't think so. Now you don't have any control of like moving things through photo mode. You'll still be able to like, you know, check and be like, oh, is this look right? Now, the one thing that I do like about being able to move buildings is that, I mean, this is kind of like a small corner, so I think I've built so close to this that I want to actually be able to like shift it a little bit. This village is very compact. Like, we got people in here. If I move this, I think the people get displaced. I can't move that over there because of the trees. But if you just want to like shift it, you can actually like keep it like connected to itself. It's not like, oh, it's intersecting an object.
I have a feeling that even I would make a better.
Yeah, now they're all getting up and leaving. They're mad. But no, it doesn't change any of the resources or the jobs of people there. So you don't have to worry about if you move a house, oh, you got to move people back in. Oh, if you move a workplace, now you got to re-add them to the workplace. Like, they keep doing everything that they do. And I think that's the most important part about being able to move this stuff, is that everything basically stays unchanged. If you want to cheese with storage, you could just give yourself unlimited backpack space. Actually true. That is true. Now, the moving building is going to be really nice, especially with, like I said, if you're a big decorator, I would say even just moving buildings, the free update, this is nice even just for anybody. Like, if you're like, I don't like where my village is, I want to move my village down here, I'm gonna take my house for a walk. I don't know if there is a limit on how far you can take a house. I think you could literally just drag it. just keep going. How far can we go? Oh, you can also use this for trapping animals. I caught myself a deer, guys. You fool. I was just messing around with you. I was just messing around with this the other day and I was like, that's kind of funny. I can use the house to enclose animals. Oh, it took the deer with it. Okay, so the deer did move. Goodbye, deer. You get to live today. New perk, whistleblower to call your house. That's hilarious. Village whistleblower, but literally. But no, I know there's a lot of people that start building and they're like, oh, I started building, you know, around this crescent or something. They're like, oh, I want to move down to the waterfall. I want to move north of Skowkie, or I want to move somewhere else. Yeah, you can just now pick up the houses. It doesn't cost any resources. All it's going to cost is your stamina and maybe a little bit of hammer durability. Let me go pick this house up again. Let's go. I don't actually need this house. I kind of just built it to show this, like, this thing off, but I don't want to leave the house just out there in the middle of nowhere. Storing buildings and moving across the map would be cool. Yeah, you could totally do that. But yep, I'm pretty sure, like I said, I haven't literally walked from one end of the map to the other. I guess we could technically try it. I don't really want to walk to the other side of the map, but what, we walked from here to here and we were able to place it. So at the very least, even if there was like a max range, you could just be like, all right, I move it here. And then you just pick it up again and you keep moving it. So no matter what, you'll be able to get your house where you need to get it. Move buildings, literally a game changer. Had to move your tavern slightly as the platform didn't quite line up and it was so annoying. That's what I keep saying. Like, this is, when was the last time we got a good decoration update? I want to say it was when Oxbow came out. When this map came out, that was the last time we got like a bunch of decorations. So over a year ago. This one was well like overdue in my opinion. I was really looking forward to some more placeables. But now the moving the house, the planting seedlings. Put another couple trees around here. All this is free in the update. This one might be too big to place here because this is the massive one. Can you put buildings in your inventory? Nah, you can't put them in your inventory. You can just simply move them like that. But of all these decorations, I think the evergreen tree and the majestic tree are my favorites. And the ponds. Like, I like having some unique models. The evergreen trees, we don't have anything like this in the game. This is... I was like, can I do the Simpsons meme where I just like go through the bush? No. Maybe if I had it wider, I could do it. I mean, this is still kind of scary. Sorry, I like messing around with photo mode. When's the DLC coming? The DLC will be available for everybody next Thursday. I don't know exactly what time. I don't know exactly how much it's gonna be. But Half Danish mentioned that Render Cube said that as long as one person or the host has the DLC and you join their game, you'll be able to use the DLC. So if you have a friend that's got the DLC, or you want your friends to play that don't have the DLC, you won't be like locked behind not being able to use all these new decorations, all these new placeables. But yeah, this works for everything, by the way. So even decorations can just be moved. I don't think we can move trees. We can move trees. That's kind of huge. I didn't realize that one. All right, that's maybe you want to like plant like a little forest area where you just have trees growing, and then when you need to use them as decorations, just grab them. All right, it doesn't work for the default trees, but honestly, being able to use it for the regular trees, I didn't even notice. That's huge. But yeah, all the new decorations, all the new trees you can move. I can even move the majestic tree stump. Let's put that back there. I assume I wouldn't be able to move the hedge because this is like a snappable fence essentially. So yeah, we can't move the hedges. Move any mountain. Can you move orchards? I would assume not, but let's try it. Nah, you can't move orchards. Yeah, you can't move orchards or field plots. And you can't move like trees that have already established. But I mean, if you want like your own custom trees now, you can just like chop down any trees you have in your village, add a new tree there, and then you can move it whenever you want. So like, let's put like I used all my seedlings actually.
Any ideas on how to force children to eat vegetables?
But I'll put like a maple tree there. I'll put some bushes around. Like, you can get it really close to the tree. Where's the small bush? Bushception. Hey, what if I put like, where is it? The wide rock or the flat rock. Kind of like a little walkway going this way. I think this tree was also a planted one. Yeah, this tree I just put here. Do the fences snap end to end? I don't think so. That would be something completely new. I think they work like the normal fences. So if you want to just like drag it, place the fence, and then you build it.
They can't work until they're
Actually, it doesn't look bad. I don't know if I'd replace the stone with the hedge, but I mean that could be an alternative. I've set out to give Render Cube an ovation over this DLC. I've been looking forward to a new DLC update or decoration update.
I don't like.
I did end up getting this DLC for free so I could show it off to you guys. But I do think if I'm able to, I would like to still buy one because I want to support the company, and I might end up just giving it away on stream next Thursday. We've been getting updates for this game for, how long has this game been out? 5 years almost? Oh my gosh. It's paid DLC. The only thing that's paid is the decorations here. So the planted trees, so like the seedlings and the move build mode is free. So if you want to move houses like this or move buildings like this doesn't cost anything. If you want to get seedlings and plant trees or move said trees, doesn't cost money. The things that do cost money will be if you want to buy or if you want to place bushes like these, the evergreen bushes, the evergreen trees, the rocks, the hedges, the ponds, and the majestic tree. But if you have a friend that has a DLC and you're playing in their save, you'll be able to use all the stuff without having it. So if you're a member and you want to join our village next Thursday, here's the majestic tree in its glory. But I will be playing this next Thursday in a member co-op. So if there's anybody that doesn't have the DLC but is also a member that still wants to play, you'll still have that option and you'll be able to use all the new stuff and everything. Rumors are around $10. If you were asking me to guesstimate, I would say like 9 to 15. So like average, like, yeah, 12, 10 bucks. But I don't actually know. I don't know the prices. I don't want to, like I said, give anybody any expectations. We make a video about all the new features when the DLC comes out. Yeah, I'll try and post that the day of, like we did last time with the autumn update. I'll like compact a lot of all this new, like all the juice, and I'll just make like a, I don't know, 20-30 minute video. This type of DLC that makes you spend 40 hours in game just to decorate. Now, if you're a decorator, this update is going to get you busy. I got a lot of new ideas I want to do with Callistovia now that we have all these new placeables. Does the DLC work with the old version, i.e. Xbox One? I think old generation, is that old gen? I think that's old gen. I don't think old gen consoles get updates anymore. That's the one that doesn't have Oxbow, right? No new quests? I don't think so. I didn't see anything involving new quests. Oh, you can move. Even though it snaps, you can move fences or bridges. So it's just the fences themselves that you can't move even though they snap. You can move gates. I saw that one. Can I move the big hog? I cannot move the big hog. Sorry, hog. Can you move or change fields? No, you can't move or change the fields. Nothing new has been changed with, I think, fields and orchards. Oh, he's running. He's leaving the village. He's going to bigger and better places. Where are you going? He's like, I won't take this abuse. Oh, oh, look at, you guys are cool. Oh, here's Big Hog. See Big Hog staying.
Oh, I'm practically losing money over here.
Now as the sun comes down, I do think I want to place like a couple things here. Like this place was like pretty empty. We could put down, can I fit this? I don't know if I'd be able to fit this. Yeah, I might be pushing it here. Oh, kind of. Kind of not. You know, that works. That totally works. I'll just leave that empty. I don't know if I want to keep it that way, but maybe I'll just line this up with trees here.
Children to eat vegetables?
Just some random places.
I have a feeling that even I would make a better king.
Now, when we change the season, we're gonna look at the models again because, like I said, every model has a new unique look depending on the season. But I think it's a little too early to move over yet. But if I can place like a couple of these things here. Probably have to do like a, hey, let me go get more seeds. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, but if you want to buy seedlings, sometimes Markuslav will sometimes sell them. I will double check Zevia since Alpheus mentioned that. I'll see if he actually has them, or she actually has them. But I've seen the seeds being sold by Markuslav in Piasovia, and all the seedlings for the DLCs are sold by exotic goods vendors. Don't mind the mess, y'all. I said I was busy. Anybody want to come clean this up for me? Wait, every tree doesn't drop a seedling. It's a random chance when you go manually out and chopping trees. I'm getting bad luck. I'm getting no birch seedlings here. I mean, it kind of makes it look more swampy with all these dropped logs. Maybe too many, but we could use a couple of these as like aesthetic purposes. Need to start again. It's more fun. We will be starting again the day the update releases. Like I said, we're going to be doing a co-op run, and we're all going to make a village together. But I figure since this is mostly like, you know, showcasing the new stuff, it would make more sense to use a pre-built village, right? Let me see if I can make it to Ostoya before the sun goes down. Sun's already down, but maybe I can get to her before she goes to bed. Don't be harsh. If she doesn't, you only got one each from her. Then she probably works very similar to Markuslav, because I don't think they're guaranteed to sell seedlings each season. I've gone to Markuslav and he didn't have seeds before. Also, I don't think I've ever seen them have more than one at a time. I might be a little too late for this. I'm gonna try.
Oh.
Zevia, where you at? I might be too late. I think she might be in bed. Oh, nope, I got her. Zevia, does she have seeds? She does not have seeds.
Whatever. See you around.
So I'm probably just unlucky then. Markuslav only had, what, maple and birch? He didn't have a spruce tree? All right, back to Callistovia.
Welcome.
Let's move over to the summer. We can go check out all the new decorations or the new models for the summer. The summer season is when the bushes like get a bunch of color. We start new village. Instead of cutting down all the trees, can you just move the trees out of the way? You can't move default trees. So any of these trees are not movable. The only trees you can move are the ones that you plant on your own. Happened to you on the first season after reloading into the game? After you had 1 to 2 different trees, but yeah, Zevia had more than Markuslav. Begin the search. Excellent opportunity to practice tracking. Sure, why not? 20 mood on the villagers. Let's go. Oh my gosh, my animal breeder died. One of my villagers died. Oh no. That's so sad. Obislav. I forgot to pay taxes too. Oh snap. We really are neglecting things here. My husband's affection is at 46%. He's neglected. The taxes are neglected. Obislav is neglected. Can you pay the debt? Thank you.
Good luck.
Oh, I might be able to put a tree here now then. I might add some new things to this swampy area. I'm gonna reload. I'm gonna see if I can get to the summer. It might be, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm gonna try. Try next season. Yeah, we'll try next season. So check farmers and check Markuslav. They're going to be the guys that sell like birch, spruce, and maple seeds. If you're lucky. It's not guaranteed every season. But I have seen every season the exotic goods vendor always sells like the requirements for the DLCs. At the very least, if you need like seedlings like the birch, spruce, and maple seeds, you can just get them manually, like I said. Can villagers get seeds from cutting trees? Not that I'm aware of. Okay, yeah, this autosave is a little far away. We won't do that then. Hey, what's up, LSR? How's it going? What comes with the new DLC? The new DLC is purely decorations. I'd have to count them again, but I think including the DLC plus the free planted tree update, we have about 30 plus, or around 30 new decorations, all with unique models depending on the season. And then you got the quality of life for like moving buildings and stuff. Like I said, this is a big decoration update. I would love for my villagers to come pick up all these logs, though. Just they're everywhere. I don't need these logs. How you doing, LSR, though? When you focus on testing, decorating, everything else will be neglected. True. Absolutely true. At least they're getting the fields done. At least they're getting the fields done. You need to start a new game in the update. You don't need to start a new game, but I think if you start a game, you may have to wait a season before the new stuff populates in the vendors. Because I went to, just to test, I want to go see the vendors on the valley, so I like went into the save. And the exotic goods vendor wasn't selling any seeds, but if I waited a season, all of the seeds were being sold. Move from Xbox to PC, so you gotta buy the game again. This is the perfect excuse. We will start a new save though. Like I said, next week, next Thursday, we will start a new save. It'll be the members only co-op run. We won't do any like voice chat or anything. It'll just be like whoever joins can join, and we'll try and work together and build a village. It may be chaotic, it may not be, it may devolve into us murdering each other. We'll just do our best to get it done, right? But not just a quick another look. These are all the trees. It's a little rainy. That's why I was trying to change it so I can make it maybe look a little bit clearer for you guys. All these trees are the new trees that you can plant. All these trees can be chopped down. I'm not going to chop it down completely because I want to keep looking at it. All these trees can be moved. And of course, like I showed with the houses can be moved with just the hammer. And all this is in the free part. It's kind of shady here. But we have, they're actually called, I think, the white flowering bush, white flowering shrub, yellow flowering shrub, and wild rose bush. This tree is kind of casting a shadow, so I'm gonna move it. There we go. I think these bushes look the best in the summer. Resting, got a free weekend. You're playing a bit of vintage story. Nice. Can you move pre-existing trees? You cannot move trees that are just growing on by default. Like this one I believe is just a random tree. All right, don't punch the tree. Nah, you can't move these. But what you can do, I think this tree is the same model or close to the same model as this one, I think. See? So what you can do is chop this tree down, dig up the stump, and plant a C tree in that same spot. And then if you ever want to move it, you can just pick it up and move it. Is there a hug tree emote? No, but maybe there should be. Nah, it is super nice that you can move the trees. I didn't even know we could move the trees until we were messing around with it like right now. But all the new decorations can be moved. This can get moved. The rocks can get moved. The hedges can't get moved. The ponds can get moved. But yeah, we have a lot more control, especially as decorators. But now we're gonna go buy some more seeds because I want to show you guys, or see if there is even the chance that he spawns with the new stuff. When you buy seedlings, how long does it take to grow up as a tree? So if you plant a tree, it takes a total, I believe, a year. So 4 seasons for it to grow. We'll have something blooming in the summer. Love the fruit trees in the spring. Yeah. Now I think summer's gonna be a really good year for like showcasing village if we do like village tours. I feel like a lot of people like to do summer anyway because that's when like the poppies pop up. And with all the plants having a lot more vibrant colors, I think even more so, a lot of our village tours may be in the summers now. All right, what's the news today, Markuslav? Do you have any seeds? There you go. Markuslav has a birch and a maple seed today. No spruce once again. And then if we go to Domazir,
How are you?
just go to crafting. We got green shrub seeds, hedge seeds, majestic tree seeds 240. I do have barter on, so this might be a little bit cheaper than it would be by default. White flower, wild rose bush, yellow flowering
My
shrub.
word, see you soon.
Yeah, you can get all this stuff in Piasovia.
Giddy up.
Hey, what's up, Bon? Also, what's up, Big Red? Is this for PS5 too? Yep, this will be on PS5. This will be on Xbox Series X/S,
How can I
Game
help you?
Pass, and Steam. Are there any other consoles it's on? I think that's it. None of the old gen consoles. So no like Xbox One or PS4. Did you know that trees talk to each other through their roots? They even warn each other of danger and help each other out with nutrients if they're close enough. Really? I don't know. I don't know nothing about trees, I'll be honest. That's cool. 4 seasons from seedlings, 8 seasons from stumps. About right, yeah. Hey, what's up, Dreadnought? Question is if they incorporated zombies yet. Maybe, yeah, maybe in Halloween. Zombie Dynasty releases October 31st.
Hello.
Zevia, what do you got today? You got any seeds for me? Oh, she actually does. Look at Zevia has a birch seedling and a spruce seedling
My
today.
goodbye.
So yeah, Zevia is another vendor that you can buy seedlings from. Anytime, Big Red. I don't ironically play Zombie Dynasty, I'll be real.
Hello.
I don't think any of the other vendors would sell. Yeah, I don't think any other vendors would be selling the seeds. We get 2-story houses? Nah. As much as I would love 2-story houses, not this update. Hey, look at this. Yep, it's all blooming and everything. Actually, we need like a yellow shrub around here. There we go. I might end up doing something like lining all the river's edge here or the swamp's edge here with just a bunch of plants. Oh yeah, I also wanted to show you the majestic tree. I think the majestic tree looks a lot better in the spring because it's blooming. In the summer, the majestic tree does not bloom. But I still like it. Initially, it grew for me in the summer, so when I first saw it, I was like, oh, snap. But then I saw it in the spring, I was like, I like it much better in the spring. Hey, yo, Andrew with the 5. Thank you so much, Andrew. I appreciate that. Yep, we got the DLC early. We're showcasing it. We have a lot of new placeables and a lot of good quality of life. Yeah, we can move the majestic tree wherever we want. Like if you want to just shift it in the front of somebody's house or somewhere else, you can just simply move it. It's like, are you good, kid? He's trying to get out.
What do you mean?
No witch hangings? Are you targeting me? Do you know who runs this village? I don't think Anne would approve of that. Do you really want to play this game? Also, don't forget to pay the king's tax of 1 like or 1 sub, guys. Or Anne will place a curse on you and you will have no flatbread for 10 years. See, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't want that to happen, so. Hopefully they add more crest designs and patterns for decor. I haven't checked any of that. I don't think they did. To be fair, I still haven't even gotten the crest I wanted for this village. I just have the tree here. I think the one I was trying to go for was this one. 7 moose trophies. I gotta go hunting. And I'm just so lazy. In future updates, oh yeah. Now I was talking about it earlier. The summer update is usually not as big as the autumn updates. The autumn updates are usually, at least the last 2 autumn updates have been pretty massive. But we still get some decent stuff in summer updates. But now this time it's for us decorators. I've kind of been asking for getting some of these things for a while, so I'm really happy that they're adding these. Just so I don't break them, though. Let me just place a couple of these here. Just like the trees, you can move like bushes and stuff. So if you go to move mode, right? We talked about that, everything can be moved. I don't know how much use it would be, but you can actually harvest the trees by like cutting them down with an axe. And they just give you some sticks. But I believe if I place like 4 of these and I destroy them. All right, maybe we don't get, yeah, see, if you destroy them with the hammer, you can actually have a chance to get like a seed. And you might be able to get a seed if you just break them down, but I don't think I've ever seen a seed drop from like cutting it down. Okay, no, you do get it from cutting them down too. So you do have a chance to get a seed back regardless. No barroom brawling. I mean, unless you're in a group, if you're in a co-op run, we may have some barroom brawls. But you can like, you still can't like hit your people or fight them or anything. Do you get tree seeds from cutting trees or digging stumps? I'll have to check from stumps, but definitely from cutting trees, yeah. I got a bunch of maple trees out here. And you'll probably notice I got a lot of logs laying on the ground. If you want to get maple trees or seedlings from trees manually, you can just manually cut them down. But for any of the new decorations specifically, that being like shrubs, rocks, ponds, not ponds, shrubs, rocks, other trees, and the hedge fences, all the resources that you get to like create those, you have to buy them from the exotic goods vendor. So like Domazir. Now let's see if I can get one here. It's random. This is why I had a bunch of this logs lying around. Actually, I'm kind of curious. I would have to test it, but I do wonder if probably not. I was like, maybe there's a way to increase like the drop rate through your skills, but I don't think so. The swamp isn't gonna be surviving by the end of this, I'll tell you what. This is a bad streak. I'm actually like getting none now. Is DLC also for PS5 players? Yep. PS5 and Xbox Series XS, Game Pass, all that stuff. Just not the old gen consoles. Where are the seeds at? There's one. All right, maple seed. It usually doesn't take me that long to get a seed, but like I said, it's purely random. So you may have to go cut some trees down for a while. I would still probably recommend leaving the stumps though, even if they, you know, even though you can technically plant new trees and they'll still grow back. Unless it's like specifically like, oh, you want to have a tree there that you can move. Been wanting tree seeds for a long time, so that's cool. Yeah, I feel like this has been a highly asked about like system. Oh, there's another seed. And there's another seed. So yeah, it is just completely random. You can cut down 8 trees and not get a single seed, and then you can just start one after the other getting them. Random is random is random. Let me actually save and let's go check out the valley really quick. We're gonna go to one of my old villages. Let me just do like a little extra save here. Let's do EOS Winter. Sounds good, Rosa. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, we're going to the new map now. I'm going to show you how to get all these resources on the valley. And we're going to be using like this was like my first ever like legit village I like tried to build and decorate. You may have seen it from like an old village tour. This was like, I think my second, I guess technically my second village tour, but my first village tour wasn't as big. Let me customize. Drop days to 1 in case we are here for a while. Oh, Ed Berga, it's been so long since I've seen you. In fact, I'm actually gonna, because this was the season, I saved this specifically because this was right before you transfer from Radagast to Rasmir. So Rasmir's a villager in this run. Oh, I don't have village whistleblower. Let me take a couple of these skills to make this a little bit easier. Now, if you're not a decorator, the DLC is not going to be that huge for you, in my opinion. But like I said, it's completely optional, so you don't even need, you know, the extra decorations if you're not really into the decorating stuff. But at least for, you know, the free update, you guys get more quality of life. Here's OG Megan, by the way. Megan the Stallion. Hope we'll be able to plant wildflowers in the ground, not just in pots. I mean, now we got it. Well, at least the rose bush and the white flowering plant and I've already forgotten the name of it. The yellow flowering shrub. This guy's a farming vendor. Do you sell any seedlings? Okay, so Dagobert does sell a maple seedling.
Oh, it's you again.
Let's go to Gastovia. I see an exotic goods vendor here.
I traveled the world in the 7. How are you? Price is so low.
And the exotic goods vendor on the valley also sells the new seeds.
Take care.
What about what's his name? Edwin.
I have a feeling that even I
Wish you were better.
Hey, what's up, Edwin? You got any seeds? Yep. So farming villagers and exotic goods vendors. If you want any of the new stuff, you need to look for those villagers specifically. Yeah, I don't think it'd be called a DLC if they weren't. I'd assume it would just be, you know, part of the update. Hey, what's up, David? How about from the field, can you move fields? You can't move fields, you can't move orchards, you can't move pre-planted trees, so like trees that are automatically in the game. But any trees that you plant yourself and grow, you can move those. Any houses can be moved. All the decorations can be moved. All the buildings can be moved. But farms and orchards, you gotta redo them. We back in the Oxbow. Oh, there's no way they're finishing this field in time.
do what they say.
So I guess technically, since there are more farming vendors in the valley, because there's also one in, what is it, Lesnica, Rolnica? It's one of the villages in the west. I don't remember which one it is exactly. One of those villages has another farming vendor, so you do have a higher chance of getting like seedlings bought from vendors out there. But you'll have to like track down the exotic goods vendor. All right, it's been a season. Nothing's grown yet. Now we can all play what bush can we use to pretend like we have a vineyard. I do kind of want to try and do like a little event, like if I make a big hedge maze or something, and then like have viewers try and run through it. Medieval Dynasty Battle Royale hedge maze. I don't know. Imagine what you could do. This is why I hope in the future we can get more players in a single lobby. I don't know what to put here, like a rock. We got a rock here already. Now we got more rocks. Oh, I deleted the rock. All right, well, rocks do delete rocks. We're learning new things today. Sorry, we can come back from this. There we go. Saved. Go to the big tree. Want to see how it looks in the summer? Right here. It doesn't have the blooms like it does on the spring, but it's still green. I definitely think it looks the best in the spring. But I mean, it's still a really cool tree. And I don't know where I would plant more. I do kind of want to plant some just because, now that we know that we can move them. So I might just start like dropping trees around of all different qualities and varieties. Because then we can always move them. Lesnica, I know who's going there.
What do you mean?
Oh my gosh. Hedge maze race for visitors. Yeah, I think that could be cool. And if I ever want to like change it up so people don't get used to how the maze looks, I can always just edit it.
Bench myself, but it's just too hard. Furniture making is almost.
So rocks are in the decoration menu. Yeah, there's only 2 places you need to go to for the new decorations. You can go to furniture and decorations, and then you have natural decorations here, which is brand new. And this is where like the trellises and the flower pots are now. But on top of that, this is where you're gonna find the shrubs, other trees, rocks, ponds, and the plantable spruce, birch, and maple trees. Yeah, I'm just gonna start placing them, because then if we ever want to move any, we have plenty of trees to go around. Maybe Medieval Dynasty 2 will have larger servers. Medieval Dynasty 2, don't get me started. It would be beautiful. I can imagine. I do actually have a topic to talk about in regards to something along the lines of a potential Medieval Dynasty 2. But you're gonna have to wait for the video. I'm gonna post it next week. Don't get your hopes up, but kind of get your hopes up. More save slots would be great. Like for console, I mean, I think I have plenty of save slots for PC personally. What I'll do sometimes, because I'll show you my saves. I got so many saves here. Like this save is from like 2 years ago. Yeah. November 2023. What I'll do sometimes is if I want to save my saves, I'll actually like pull them out of the game files and have like a separate folder on my computer. And I'll just put the save files in there so it frees up more slots. And then if I ever want to go back to old saves, I can just put them back into the game. All right, we can swap to the next season now. I'm gonna save in case it's like rainy or the weather's bad. But now we're gonna look at everything in the fall. Peasant revolt. My villagers feel exploited and refuse to work. Have some drinks. Bed goss died. All my villagers are dying. My beekeeper died. One of my animal breeders died. This is terrible. This is awful.
Hello there. See you around.
I'm gonna have to change to Lubomir sooner rather than later. I just don't want to change to Lubomir because in the Oxbow, if you swap to your heir,
Hello
this is my heir, by the way, is 23. If I swap to my heir, yeah, it says it removes your current character from the game, and I don't want to remove Anne. Anne's gonna have to die naturally before she ever leaves this village.
I should bring my relatives over.
Giddy up.
Maybe not Cousin Mario.
Giddy up!
Wish there could be more like co-op and you could do like wars and stuff. I don't think this game's ever been built or sold the idea of like, you know, war is like the main thing for it. I think if you want like a big war game, I would recommend either trying like Bannerlord or Bellwright, maybe Chivalry. I still do think it'd be cool if we had some additions for combat. Like specifically, I really want to have like village watchtowers. That's another thing from Sengoku that I really like that Medieval didn't have. They have like another job where it's you basically your villagers are protecting the village and you have to supply them with like weapons and armaments. And then in addition to that, there's like, since you have like food, water, and firewood, there's another one called like security. So if you don't have enough security in your village, then your villagers are unhappy or bad things can happen.
Giddy up!
But now we're in fall. Let's look at all the new trees and stuff. See all the new models. Spruce trees don't change too much here. But the birch trees are yellowing. There we go. And same with the maple trees. I think my favorite tree out of all of these is probably Maple A or Maple D. I think this one's D.
Onward!
Yeah. A and D. I like the little tiny maple tree and I like the big wide one. The tall one's really cool too. I prefer maple trees over most of them, but that's just my thoughts. This is what the decorations look like in the fall. The bush is a little more yellow. It looks like there's some berries growing off the rose bush. You can't pick them or anything. I don't know if they'd be poisonous or something. The yellow flowering shrub is actually red. These actually still look pretty good even in the fall. And then the white flowering shrub. And then you got the evergreen trees right here. This one is A, and then this one is B. Can I move this? These trees are so big they just cast shadows. Oh, it's this tree. I have this majestic tree right here, so that's why it's having issues placing. I got a big tree. There we go. A lot easier to see now. Could add a thief that comes at night. Potatoes to make schnapps. If they ever decided to do like a farming edition where they added new like growable things, I think that would be insane. I would love to be able to grow potatoes or something. I don't know if potatoes grow in Poland. I don't know what other plants or I guess crops could be growable. Or what they may have had back in the medieval era. But now the evergreen tree B, these smaller ones, also look really nice. Small evergreen. Even the rocks have like kind of like a yellowness to them. Like I said, every single new model in the game has a unique look depending on the season. Too early in history for potatoes. That's what I had thought initially, but I'm not entirely sure there. Where are potatoes initially from? Like Ireland? There's nobody shipping like potatoes back in 1100 AD. And then the ponds. Like the grass in the ponds is like dying. You got the little flowers on the top, the petals that look like they're wilting or withering slowly. And then you got like the yellowness on the rocks, some moss. Actually, I think the grass is from the floor right here. But I mean, you know, it still works. It still works. They're from America? Damn, I just learned that today. Why did I always think they were from Ireland? I must be just thinking about the potato famine. But here's how some of the decorations look over here. And we haven't looked at the majestic tree this season yet. I might actually move this so we can see it in the light better. I planted a bunch of trees over here, so here we go. Big old tree. This is the majestic tree in the fall. Like all the other trees, it's starting to turn yellow. Irish adopted the heck out of them. I see, I see. Tomatoes are from America as well. Makes you wonder what the Irish and Italians were eating before discovery. Americans know how to plant a variety of crops together and make them grow best. Europe did a giant monoculture, which failed. They were forced to adopt them or die, I think. Yeah, I have no idea. I guess I need to look into the history of potatoes. Potatoes are like some of my favorite foods too. I would say it's second to rice for me, but I'm definitely more of a rice guy. But nah, majestic tree still looks good in the fall. Like I said, this tree is my favorite. I'll just put it back here. I never knew what I wanted to place here. So around the time we were finishing, or like we did the last decoration update for this village, I was working on this house here and I built some orchards or placed some orchards. Now that we have some actual trees to plant, I might rip out the orchards and just put normal trees. Because that's kind of what look I was trying to go for this place. But you can see like how I normally build my village. Any tree that was in here, I tried to like keep it. Like all these trees are just default trees. I just built around them. Maybe cut a couple of them down at a time. Irish were growing for expert by royal decree. Oh.
And it gets everywhere.
Yeah, you could drop some videos in the Discord, Beam. I would watch those. I've run out of animated medieval history videos to watch. I need some more videos to watch while I'm like eating dinner and stuff. Oh yeah, I wanted another thing we could look at.
Onward!
Now I appreciate like history facts in the chat. That's one of my favorite things to learn from you guys when we're playing. Because like I said, there's so much I don't know. Especially when it comes to like some medieval history. I need to get like a medieval fact bot. And then have, I don't know, me or maybe the help of my mods like populate it with interesting facts. This actually looks pretty cool in the fall. I like this. This is just the thumbnail. Looks decent. I know I just kind of threw this down just because, but I might try and incorporate this as like a legit build in the village. Consider it like a mini park or something. I might change the hedges. I need to build a place for these guys too. There's a lot of decoration I want to get done in this place.
Giddy up.
In fact, let's throw some things down. We could drop some shrubs in the front of this building. I always felt like this little goose house was missing something. Maybe I could fit a tree in the middle. Maybe like a pond or something, I don't know. I'm running out of seeds. Actually, I ran out of seeds. I planted so many. I'm all gone. Blue Jay on YouTube? I think I've watched Blue Jay. A little bit of Blue Jay's videos. Yep, I've definitely watched. I've watched a lot of these. I don't think I've watched all of them, but I've watched a handful of them. Now I was going through like a session where I was watching like Oversimplified, Sweeney. There's a few other people. Those are the first names that come to mind. I can just binge those videos for days, though. Inca, Aztec, and Maya were expert potato farmers. Many varieties included purple potatoes. Purple potatoes? I wonder what a purple potato tasted like. Switch potato farmers, they use 3 years between crops on the same field. Is that for like fallowing? Like, because they gotta like allow it to get more nutrients? I'm going to buy more seeds. We are out of seedlings, so let's go talk to Domazir, Markuslav, and Zevia. Domazir, where you at? Come back, sir.
How can I help?
I need all your seeds, and your majestic seeds, and your evergreen seeds.
Can I interest you? Thank her.
Realistically, I need seedlings. Markuslav. Love Oversimplified. Oversimplified videos are probably my favorites of all of them, but it seems like he puts so much work into them, we only get them once in a blue moon. His Punic Wars videos, though, oh my gosh.
Only to have a good day.
I think I've watched those multiple times. That's how good they are. Where's my horse? I mean, I guess I don't need you, but I would prefer to keep you with me, Megan.
How do you do?
Corn could be added in game. Was there corn in Poland? If it could fit the game, I would totally be down to see it in the game.
Here!
Make a petition to get potatoes and corn in game. I don't know if potatoes would work. Maybe corn would work. Like I said, if it's period, if it fits, I'm down for it. Birch seed, maple seed.
See you around.
I wish they sold more. A couple more would be very nice, but you know, I'll take a couple. Couple at a time is good. Put me in, coach. Oh, Hannibal. Need a Roman Dynasty game?
Oh, it's you again.
That would actually be kind of cool. Roman Dynasty? Yeah, I don't think we have any. Are there any Roman Dynasty-like games? Or Roman survival crafting games? I think maybe Dawn of Defiance, but I never played Dawn of Defiance. I think that's more survival crafty than Dynasty. Maybe Wild West could get potatoes and corn. Wild West needs a lot of things. Wild West needs some love. Or a sequel that is better than the first. One or the other. Oh. I'm gonna fix some of these problems in my village. Since we've been chatting, 2 of my villagers have died. Probably a dozen of my animals have died. Some of my animals are now starving. Oh, it's just my horses. But still.
Whoa!
Everybody's just screaming at me, please save us.
I'm sitting here as a punishment.
Corn is a new world crop. I mean, if it wasn't around, then I'd say probably not add it, but if it was. All right, there you have some food, horses. You are safe for today. Waiting to test out a game called Noble Legacy. Seems Medieval Dynasty-esque. I tried it off stream. There's a reason why I didn't stream it. I think it is nowhere near ready. It feels like an alpha. I mean, you know me, I love to play Dynasty games on stream here. That one, I couldn't do it. It wasn't fun. I wasn't enjoying all the clunkiness I had to get through to get to the game. Some of you might like it, but personally, it doesn't get my stamp. We have no iron. This thing's not full. I was gonna make some tools for these guys. I guess I can make a couple bronze tools for them. I don't know why I keep pulling stuff out. It's been almost 6 months and I'm still not using the pool resource mode correctly.
What shall I be doing in here, boss?
I might as well just turn it off at this rate. Consider, just say I'm playing hard mode. Because my brain is purposely playing this game on hard mode. Wild West is a failed project for you. No hate. I think Wild West, yeah, needs a lot more time and attention. I don't know if Toplets is going to give it more time and attention. When I did play it, they put out a hotfix or a patch, so I thought that was cool, but I didn't really talk about it too much. Hell, I didn't even notice it when I first launched the game. We played Wild West end of winter, beginning of spring. I don't remember exactly when. And the intro of the game still had like the Christmas decorations on it. So I don't know if it's getting a lot of attention, but to be fair, it doesn't have a lot of players either. So they're probably like, well, if it's not getting a lot of attention or players, why invest money into it?
Maybe interregnum isn't such a bad thing after all.
So tragic, but thanks for saving me the effort. Yeah, I did try the Noble Legacy demo. They like emailed me too. So I was like, I'll give any Dynasty game the good old college try, right? I'll say it once and I'll say it again, y'all. Medieval Dynasty is the pinnacle of Dynasty games. There's nothing even close to it. Maybe Sengoku, maybe Chinese Frontiers, but even Chinese Frontiers still needs a good ways away before it even gets to Medieval's level. All right, what other tools are we missing? Pickaxes, probably. And then I gotta go into town and buy some extra stuff. We need pickling. Pickling. I do remember someone said that they wanted to like get horseradish in the game. I wonder if they'll ever do that. Let me go run into PSOV really quick and grab a few more things before the season ends, and then we can see what all the decorations look like in the winter season. Loving the updates and changes, but still no herb gardens. Herb gardens would be cool, at least aesthetically. I do think if you use like the flower pots, you can kind of make like a herb garden looking thing. Just like wrap it around with like the low plank fences or something like that. It would be interesting if they had like herb plots though, where you could plant herbs and grow them. I just think in a practical standpoint, like it would look good for aesthetics. But the herbalist hut does so good at getting herbs, you really don't need, I wouldn't say you need it, but maybe the herbalist could work on the herb fields, you know, if you have fields. Where's my brother? Markuslav. Markuslav, I'm gonna name my son after you.
Can I take care?
Sir J. Markuslav. You played Lost Legions, Viking Frontiers, Builders of Greece, all disappointments, personally speaking. I really had hopes for Viking Frontiers too. I still think Viking Dynasty is going to be better than it, but there was a lot of things in that game which, while I did like a lot of it, there were some things that I wasn't a huge fan of. I would consider it close to the level, if not the same as Wild West. Honestly, probably less than Wild West.
Let's go.
Hey, what's up, Bernaris? A little behind trying to catch up, but you have a question. Are the new decorations going to be part of the schematics? Like we have to unlock it and pay for? So I'm pretty sure we don't have to buy the schematics. I may want to, let's test that actually. Let's go load a new game. Or do I have just like a, yeah, let's go to our hammer save. Or here, no, that one's gonna have all of the resources. Stream 1. What is this? This is Gustovia before Gustovia even existed. My assumption is if you have the DLC, you won't have to unlock the schematics. But you do have to go buy the seeds from the exotic goods vendor or Markuslav. Definitely an aesthetic thing. Lady in Pistovi gets all the cool herb gardens, but I can't. Stop fair. I'm with you, Jeremy. I'm with you. Why does she have such a nice herb garden? There's a lady, I think, in Ralnica on the valley that also has an herb garden. Yep, we have them automatically. I don't think I would have gotten a lot of tech right here because, I mean, we've barely unlocked anything here. Yeah, 1 production tech, 0 building, 2 survive. Okay, so I haven't unlocked anything in this save essentially. So you don't need any tech points to plant any of the new stuff. So no tech for the birch trees, no tech for the shrubs. What about the fences? No tech for the fences. This save is so old. I don't even think Gustovia. I don't have a single building place. There is no Gustovia, but this is the original Jaywalker. Oh yeah, here's the herb garden, by the way, that we're talking about. Look at this. They got these nice chicory, and they got the St. John's wort and the dandelions and the daisies. Maybe one day we'll get like our own little herb gardens that we can plant. But now let's go back to Anne. Taking herbs isn't considered stealing, and easy coin extraction XP on day 1. That is true. You think Viking Dynasty is going to be 70% Medieval Dynasty, just that you have boats? I think it's going to need a lot of time to, like, get good. Like, it's going to need some time in the oven. I mean, most of you probably know it, but all the Dynasty games aren't made by the same developers. Most of them have the same publisher, but not all of them have the same developer. Like, for example, Render Cube makes Medieval, Super Kami makes Sengoku, Moon Punch makes Wild West, and so on and so forth. I don't know who's making Viking, but I know it's not one of those 3. It's like a new team altogether. So I'm not actually sure what the quality is going to be like when it releases. I just hope it's better than Wild West, or better than Viking Frontiers. If it's not better than Viking Frontiers, that's not going to be a good thing. Can I sleep? I got 25 minutes. She also has the nice fancy archway. Yeah, for like some of the villages, you'll notice that like some of the vines like go through the archways and in the gates and stuff. And we don't actually have like those vines, which I feel like would be kind of cool. Like maybe there'd be an option where you'd have a fence and you could decorate it and be like, oh, add vines in it or add something, make it rusty. I don't know. Essentially just changing the texture of already built-in items in the game. All right, we can change over to the winter and we'll check out all of the decorations in the winter season, and we'll also pick up more seeds and stuff. We'll see if Markuslav or Zevia have more seedlings. Have I gotten an event every season transition this time around? Did they up the season transitions, or is this just like the rarest thing ever? I feel like I get maybe one a year. I think I got 3. I've gotten 3 so far. Villagers concerned about your safety of the children with all the bandits hanging around. Don't agree diplomatically. Villagers accept your argument and abandon the idea. Good.
Oh,
Namir, here's a
How do
gift
you do?
because. Just because.
be safe.
I wonder where I could fit some shrubs around here. Like, I feel like we could put a shrub in this area. I had a bunch of hay bales around, but I think a shrub would look nicer if we could get it to fit. That one might be too big. Place like a small bush in the back. Good enough. Add some variety. Viking Dynasty is going to be made by Digital Daredevils. Yeah, have they made or released a game before? They might be brand new devs. Excuse me, y'all. I'm just passing through. All right, we're back to the workshop area. We got all of the trees here. All of them covered in snow. It is winter, it is snowy. Does it snow a lot in Poland? Do we have anybody that knows? Or anybody here that lives in Poland? Or goes to Poland? Does it snow a lot in Poland? New dev, Polish base, same like Medieval Dynasty. There are a crazy amount of Polish devs like making video games right now. I don't know what's happening out there, but they're killing it. Medieval Dynasty, Bellwright, Manor Lords. I feel like most of the Dynasty games be coming out of Poland. I think Chinese Frontiers was even made by Polish devs. Oh, where's my tree? Oh, I forgot I cut it down. But these are what the bushes look like in the winter. Oh, my stream crashed. Am I still here? What the hell was this? What happened? Oh, never mind. Okay, that was weird. I don't know what happened there. Witcher 3. There you go. There's another one. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, Witcher 3 is older. Is Witcher 4? I assume Witcher 4 is being made by CD Projekt Red. Cyberpunk. I think that was also that's also CD Projekt Red if they're Polish. That's what I'm saying. Like, Poland's killing it. They speak kids with sticks. They have credits on Dying Light and The Witcher. They also have one title exclusive. Really? Well, then fingers crossed, right? House Flipper? They House Flipper too? That's funny. I didn't know that one. That's cool. Sorry, I still had to mess with some stuff in the back. I don't know why my stream crashed. Like my entire like toolbar thingy died. But yeah, these are the bushes. We got the green shrub, wild rose bush, yellow flowering shrub, and then the white flowering shrub. They're all white, obviously, because it's winter. These are the small evergreen trees here. Kind of see the texture really close up. You got the big evergreen trees. It's very bright. You got the rocks, and they're all covered in snow, or at least some bits of snow. Balanced rock, wide rock, tall rock, and the flat rock. And then you got the small hedges. And the large hedges. Eastern Europe has a lot of, I wouldn't be Central Europe. Cousin coordinates them. Has a lot of VFX back studios. Cousin coordinates with them on contracts for various US based production companies. Oh. Aga, you're from Poland. You have snow. Winters with even a lot of snow, and sometimes it's very cold. Where I came from, I basically lived in a desert, so for basically most of my life, I had never seen snow. Until like the beginning of this year, I'd probably only seen snow twice in person. And then after this year, I've like doubled my views on snow because it like snowed 3 times. Like in February, January. But now these are the ponds, just covered in snow. The plants, as you noticed, are gone. All the lily pads and the flowers have died. The water lilies. And then we gotta find the majestic tree. Could make some cool Stonehenge / fairy ring vibes with the rocks. Absolutely, yeah. I'll probably do some rock formations somewhere around here eventually. Maybe like a little, I don't know where exactly. Little rocky park, little natural park. Oh yeah, I want to look at the majestic tree. So this is when the majestic tree looks its saddest, and not like it looks bad or anything, but I mean like it's winter, so all the leaves are falling off. I still think it looks pretty good in the winter, but it definitely looks the best when it's lush. But yeah, there's a lot less shade going on here. Still a good tree though. Still my favorite decoration, I think, of all of them.
Isn't it weird that only women bleed once a month?
Where's my
while
horse?
No animals do.
Let's go, Megan. Car dealer simulators, Polish dev also. I don't know if I've heard about that one. You're from Romania next to Poland, and you guys have really good snow in the winter. Okay. Because I'm not used to like snowy winters. Even where I move now, it's still kind of rare. Like I said, I saw it 2 or 3 times in January, February. But from where I came from, the coldest it would get in California where I lived was probably like 34 to 36 at night. And then the summers are like 100 plus, 110, maybe at the highest, 114. But here's the little like formation I built for the thumbnail. Just to kind of give a little look on how things are looking here. Now I absolutely love all these new plants that we can place here. I think next season all the trees that we planted should grow. So I'll be able to show those off when the time comes. But let me go into town and grab some more seeds. Eastern Europe meaning the Slavic parts? Oh, I see, I see. What's up, Darlena? First time seeing you live, love the content. Welcome in, Darlena, thanks for stopping by. Now we're just showing off all the new stuff coming in the update next week. This is gonna be a big decoration update for those that love to spruce up their villages. No pun intended, we got spruce trees here.
Move on. Giddy up.
Were you out in Palm Desert? I'm from the valley. So I'm like north of, I was from like north of LA, like way far north. I was closer to like San Francisco and Silicon Valley. Like Silicon Valley wasn't too far. But no, I was from the Central Valley, which is a big, that's like the big farming ag part of California. You have winters that goes to negative 30°C. What is that in Fahrenheit? Negative 30 C to F. Negative 22. I can't even imagine that. I don't think I've been anywhere where it's been colder than like 15 degrees. I can't imagine how that feels. But yeah, let me buy some seeds from Domazir. He's got all the seeds we need. But yeah, if you want to like, you know, get a head start on decorating, it might be a good idea to swap to one-day seasons, especially if you're working on a previously built village. And then just clear out Markuslav, Zevia, and Domazir just every season. Throw this down here. Markuslav, what do you got today? Birch, spruce.
See you soon.
Like Tracy and Stockton. Yep. I was around. I don't want to give exact location, but I was definitely around that area. I have been to Tracy and Stockton multiple times. Wagoner, take me to Astoria.
Let's go.
That's a normal winter for Eastern Europe. Really? I just can't imagine. I guess if I ever go visit, you know, Europe, Poland, Eastern Europe ever, I'm going in the summer. I've never been to Europe, but I've always wanted to go because I want to see the castles. We don't have any cool castles in America. We have like, in quotes, castles, but they don't look like the cool medieval castles.
Hello.
Zevia has a birch and a maple
All
seed, so
good.
I'll take those. Where did she go? Oh, she's right there. I was like, she was there and then she was gone.
What do fish and sheep have in common? Giddy up.
All right, back to
How
Calastovia.
can I help you?
Europe is awesome, coming from the Netherlands. I'd love to do just like a big tour around the area if I ever go to the other continent. I need to get a passport. That's what I need to do. If you want castles, go for Poland, Romania, Czech Republic. Oh, I could go to the castle that's from Kingdom Come Deliverance. That would be huge. I saw a video where I don't remember which streamer it was. I think it was,
Idiot, but don't let that fool you. He really is.
where was it? I think it was S-Fan. He went to Czech Republic and he like visited them and they actually like went to like the legit Ratai city. I need to do that. I want to do that. Oh, my farmers are having problems. I assume it's either a tool problem or it's bags. It's bags. It's 26C, 79F here currently. Heat wave, 79F heat wave. I would kill for that. Anything below like 85 for me is perfect. I'd say 80 specifically, but I'd be fine with the 85. As soon as it hits 90, I don't want to leave the house, and then as soon as it is 100, I won't leave the house only if necessary. Excuse me,
it's you
Neurotica. I
again.
need to make some bags. We want to see some castles in Romania. Luke Dale was doing a live stream tour. Luke Dale, by the way, guys, is Hans Capon. Luke Dale was doing live stream tour of Prague the other day with other KCD actors. I think it was involved in that little thing that he did with S-Fan, yeah. Because, was it Tom McKay? I think he was also there. Henry. Now that's definitely on my bucket list. I gotta hit up all the castles. I'll make a YouTube vlogging channel one day, and I'll just show off all the places I go to. Sir J travels. Castle Bran in Romania is the origin of the Dracula story. Oh.
My relatives so bad.
I'm gonna literally look up like all the castles and find out which ones to go to. I'll probably hit up more than castles, but those are definitely the main draw for me. The mine is missing picks. The woodshed is missing axes. All right, I got you. I bought some iron, so I can just smelt some of this. No Henry, but loads of the other ones were turning up. Guy who plays Lord Radzig. Radzig Kobala. That's cool, that's cool. I know, I saw a different video. It was them touring Warhorse. and Luke Dale and Tom McKay were there. I think I'm saying their names right. I don't know. I want to make like half axes and then half pickaxes. How do you upgrade beds at a house? I will show you as soon as I finish these picks. First thing you're gonna need is a house, obviously. And then you pull out your hammer and there should be a customize option. And if you hold it, you can change them however you want. So I'll change that. I'll change that. I'll change the chest. I don't have resources for it. I'll change the fireplace. I'll change the door. Door's already changed, never mind. I haven't made a video about it yet. But decorations, at least from my last decoration video, ever since they added the paints, I believe they made it so you need more than 10 decorations to get the full happiness value. I think it's close to upwards of 20 now. But essentially anything but the beds, the chests, the fireplaces, and the doors, I believe adds like happiness. So the flags will add happiness, the shutters, the planters, the lights, the trophies, the paint, the rugs, the Himalays, the usual ones on the inside. Anytime, Mrs. Miller. Anytime. Next to Brand, there's a whole medieval town called Brazov. I would hit up a medieval village. I don't have any of this planned, so I don't know when I would do this, but if I mean, I would be down to buy a camera and show off my travels, check out some castles, some villages. I need to find somebody to make me flatbread in real life. A real medieval kitchen, some real medieval flatbread. Thanks for showing off the new content. Do we know a price yet? Have they announced anything since I've started streaming? Because last I looked, they hadn't shown the price yet. People in chat were talking that they were guessing it would probably be around like 10 bucks, but I personally, I don't know. We might do a DLC giveaway on the update though. Assuming I can get a code off of like Steam or something. I think they have codes for DLCs. I should be able to get one. But no, I really want to think about what interesting things I could do with trees. Because like, I mean, like I said, doing a tree farm, especially if you're decorating, is a good idea because you can just grab the trees, right? Like you can literally just pick up the tree and move it. I don't think we can move planted ones. Can I move these? I don't know if this is gonna break it. Like it's gonna have to start all over and it's gonna wait a whole year before it like grows completely. Because I think these plants should be grown by next season. It looks like the sun's going down, so we should be able to go to spring in a second. Your husband went to Cantacuzino Castle in Romania. Said it was amazing. I don't really know the names of many castles. That's why I need to go out there and check them out. I need a good history lesson. I don't want to just watch videos on YouTube of other people. I gotta walk through it. I gotta feel it.
Move on.
It's in my bucket list of things to do.
Here.
It'll be like going to Disneyland. If you go to Romania, they'll make you flatbread like 1850. I need flatbread like it was made in 1250. But I mean, realistically, how much flatbread innovation could really happen in 600 years, right? What, they added onions? They added some berries to it or something? All right, I got 30 minutes. Let me chop some of these trees down, see if I can get some more seedlings while we're waiting for the sun or the season to transition. Hey, we got one the first try. See, this is what I'm saying. I cut down 8 trees and I didn't get any, but this time I got one the first time. I got 2 in a row. Can we do 3 in a row? Nope. All right, we got 2 seeds at the very least. Your grandpa used to make flatbread every morning for breakfast. Back then you considered it a mad breakfast. Now I regret you never got the recipe. That's kind of unfortunate. My grandma actually, because I was talking to, I think my mom about it. But I think my grandma has like a bunch of like random recipes of things that she likes to make. And so like my family's been trying to get her to like make her own cookbook so that we can like pass on like family recipes and stuff. What I think would be like a cool thing to do.
How do you do?
I have no idea how she makes the things she makes. Namir, here's some soap.
luck.
You stink. Let's go. Let's go, Megan. Sir Jay cooks. That would be disastrous. If you want to see me start fires, then yes. All right, well, it's a little muggy this spring. I think we planted these trees in the last summer. Yep. You can already see these spruce trees right here, these 2 spruce trees, or birch trees, this birch tree, these 2 maple trees right here. I just placed these. I think this is the one that I moved last season, so you can't just move the tree and it'll still grow. And then if you're like, I don't like where this is, I could just put it in the back. Try and make it look as interesting as possible. Maybe a little too many trees, but I mean, you know what? If we're going for the swamp or like, you know, woody aesthetic, we could make this work. I don't think this is actually going to be part of the village, but maybe just because we've been messing around with it all this time, we'll do something with it. I actually kind of like the row of trees and I want to keep this in the village. I might add a road going from here, like here. And this will be like another entrance into the village where you just follow the trees. Maybe I'll do like a row of trees on both sides. Oh, look at the... Wait a minute. Oh, I did plant another majestic tree. Okay. I was like, where did this come from? So we got another majestic tree here. You could actually make almost like a little trail. So like when this grows, like this tree grows, it'll go upwards. I think it's kind of, and you'll see it intersects a little bit. If you did like a row of majestic trees, you can make like a little trail where you go under the trees and it's like all shaded. I think that could look pretty cool. It would take some time growing all the majestic trees, but I mean, given some time, I'm sure, you know, you can make it look really cool. This makes me look really forward to the next village tour, community village tour that we do on the channel, y'all. I don't have it announced yet, but it'll most likely be like before the autumn update. November, October-ish. So once y'all get available or get this update so you guys can start messing around with your villages, be prepared for the next village tour. We're doing another this year. All right, now while my village is falling apart, let's try and fix this. I fixed a little bit of it, but it's not completely done.
I wish I had a significant...
I think they're just... I don't think I gave them the tools. Here's some axes, here's some picks. How much does that fix? I fixed a good amount. I'm not selling picks or axes, I think. Oh, so many houses are broken too. We lost somebody. Oh yeah, we need to replace some villagers too. Builder hut, build and fix as much as you can. I don't know if you'll be able to get it all done. Food stalls are missing some resources. Flatbread. Not enough flatbread in the village.
Hello.
I can only make 16. I only have 16 flour? That's impossible. What happened? What happened, y'all? How could I call myself part of the flatbread mafia with only 16 flour? I gotta pay my dues. Get out of the way. It's not enough. It's never enough. Don't turn all of it. Turn like 80% of it.
I definitely belong here.
Anyone try to ever making anything from a video game cookbook?
I love the smell of...
I don't think I've ever tried making anything from one,
Hi, old friend.
but I've bought some, not for myself, but for other people. There we go. Just get us as much flour as we can. Wait, hold up.
You know how it is, with monarchs. Do what I say, but do not get too close to them.
I think this is bugged. Or at least the numbers don't seem right. Unless they nerf the flatbread mafia, I swear to God. So if you look at the flour, if I make one of these, this should give me 12 flour, right? I only get 1 flour. 6 oat grains, that should give me 10 flour, but I'm only getting 1. Rye grain, I should get 10 flour. I'm only getting 1.
No worries. I'll wait.
They're trying to put me out of business. I don't believe this.
Oh, it's you again.
Get out of here.
I'm starting to feel guilty that I don't do anything. Nobody gave me any assignments.
Do I bother with onions on my flatbread? Nope. Not usually. If I have extra onions, I will. But usually I just use the flatbread to level up my skills really quickly. And then, I mean, I'll let my villagers eat it sometimes. I think we might be selling it. I don't know if my villagers can eat the flatbread. Resource stall is missing. That's why I was selling flour. I really must have had a lot of flour. I need a diplomacy villager to work here. Dobi Slava. I had a couple buildings that people died in. The fold. We'll put Bogafala in there. And then the apiary. We'll put Yugoslava. And then stable, I mean, if I have anybody that can work there, because we probably have so many kids now in this village. Pekoslava. Maybe throw somebody in the fishing hut. Geneviefa's about to have a baby. And I just want to fill up all my jobs here. Workshop needs a producer. Actually, this is a workshop, so they're probably getting more than we need to. We don't actually need a lot from there. Farm sheds are probably okay, but we might as well add some people. Wilhelm and Ingarda. Needed flatbread revolt. Yeah, I think unless that was planned, which I don't know if it would be, because it still says like 12 times flour, 10 times flour, 10 times flour. Here, let's just reload. We'll find out. Because I don't think it was acting like this before the update. Big question is, did they fix the bucket glitch? I don't think so. We may have to wait for the patch notes to see all the other little things that may have been added or changed, if there are any additions or changes, aside from like the moving buildings and the saplings and all the decorations and stuff like that.
sometimes you just blink. Hello there.
Get out of the way. So yeah, this should give me, with 6 rye grain, it should give me 10 flour, realistically. Still only giving me 1 though. Yeah, I only have 1 flour, so I think...
What will become of that kid?
What about the windmill?
How do you do?
Get out of here.
Oh,
Let me see the windmill. Nope, windmill's the same. The patch notes say they fixed it. Oh, like they already did like a patch for... Did they? I would assume it'd be on the beta branch, but technically I'm on the press branch, so I don't know if they fixed it for that. But I mean, if they do get it fixed before the update releases to y'all, that'd be great, because this is terrible news for the Flatbread Mafia right now, guys. Speaking of Flatbread Mafia, yesterday I was talking about how we were gonna do a little bit of Medieval Dynasty today and then a little bit of Bitcraft, because the Bitcraft update was supposed to come out today. But yesterday they said, or rather yesterday I told you guys they were planning to push the update for a week. But then like right before I went to bed yesterday, they said, oh, we're actually gonna post the update on Saturday. So we might try a little bit of the Bitcraft on Saturday. It's basically like a brand new MMO. If you've seen like our first look video, we did try out the beta. So if there's any people that want to join the Flatbread Mafia on Bitcraft, help us craft the Flatbread Mafia and take over the land of Bitcraft. There's a post on Steam that says the update comes with fixes, including crafting items all changing to 1 durability level. Oh, okay. Cool. Then if it's fixed, then I'm happy. The Flatbread Mafia can continue to make their money. Holy moly, like the village. Thank you, thank you. It still needs a lot of work. I did put the most work into this area here. And this little island. This island was like the last thing I was working on.
What would you want?
But we still have a lot to do. Like, I haven't really done much on this side. This is still pretty undecorated. I might rip out that orchard. Because I mean, I'm sure many of you would use like orchards as just decorative trees around. Now that we have regular trees, I might remove some of the decorative orchards. Because then my farmers won't be like walking all the way across the map just to harvest 1 single tree. You'll join. Anybody is free to join. I think it's, what is it? I don't know. I don't know if it's free to play. I think it might be free to play.
Not much, but it's
The beta was free to play, so early access might as well. Villagers stand down. Crisis averted. Flatbread will continue to reign. I almost had to call up the army. But it's okay. False alarm, y'all. False alarm. I still have a couple things that are broken here. Fishing hut is missing fish meat. Maybe if we cut back on the salted fish meat then. This should be more like 2.6. Or we just need more pikes, yeah. Let's turn it up to 30. Maybe that'll sort itself out. Looks like farms are all good. Animals are good. Kitchen is missing flour. We're gonna have to accept that, you know, we don't have a lot of flour because I'm gonna be wasting resources if I make any more. I think I've already wasted enough. I can keep these turned up. This one's running out because my fold worker died. But now that we have somebody in here again, we're good. But now let me give like a quick review of everything else, or all the stuff that came.
Let's go.
So let's go back to the corner. Back to the corner. Flatbread King is back. Flatbread King never left. But yeah, with the free update that's coming out this Thursday, by the way, you will have the option to move most decorations now. So you can move houses just by slapping them with move mode on the build hammer. And if I can put it back, because it was in a little finicky area. I may have to move some trees to do it, but you can move trees too. At least the trees that you grow yourself. Where is it? Right there. And then I can just move this back. Like, that alone is so much nice work, being able to just do that. Pick up a tree, move it. But we have 5 new sets of spruce trees. A through E, all trees have 5 different sets of trees. So we got the 5 spruce trees here. And then we got 5 birch trees. The C tree being the smallest. I think I like the E the most. And I did move some of these trees around, but see if I can move them back. There we go. And these are the maple trees. There's a lot more variance in sizes for the maple trees. But I do think the maple trees are my favorite of the plantable trees. And I mentioned before, these trees, like, not only can you move them, you can also chop them down. And they'll give you feathers and sticks and logs. Everything that a normal tree gives. And the stump will stay there and it'll regrow. Looks like they listened. I remember you requesting building moving when you compared Medieval to Sengoku. That was one of the big ones, so they got a huge point for that one. I really like having some quality of life, and that was a much needed quality of life. Like Steve said, it's gonna be nice to not burn resources while trying to tweak stuff just to get in the right spot. But yeah, trees act normally, and even as the stump, you can even move the stump. But this is only trees that you plant specifically. So like this tree was already built in, like this was just a tree that spawns in the game. You can't move trees like that. Did I pay taxes? I did not. It'll be okay. This king sucks anyways. And my dynasty syrup is crazy. Next we got the bushes. So these are the shrubs. I guess I should mention all the trees and the move stuff right here. That is in the free update. So when Thursday comes in and you get the update, that'll automatically be in the game. But everything that we talk about after this will be in the paid DLC. And I don't know how much it's gonna be. A lot of people think it's gonna be around like 10 bucks. I have no idea. But yeah, we got the shrubs here. We got the green shrub, the wild rose shrub, the yellow flowering shrub, and the white flowering shrub. And this is how they look in the winter, or not the winter, the spring. Every different season, all of these decorations have different textures and looks. And obviously you can move them with the hammer. But you can also just cut them down with an axe. And you'll get sticks. Sometimes you'll get seeds from them. And then we got the evergreen trees. These are also in nature decorations and other trees. Small evergreen A. They can be moved and they can also be cut down. And these are the small evergreen Bs. They can also be cut down. So basically everything that you build can be moved. The only things that you can't move are fences and orchards and fields. It's like you can move all the houses, you can move the decorations, you can move gates. You can't move this. You can move bridges. But yeah, basically anything that you build can now be moved. And it doesn't cost you anything. Wish I could move trees like that IRL. That would be a crazy skill. Oh, now my villagers are out of firewood. It's always something. These are the rocks though. We have the flat rock here. This is the tall rock, I believe. The first 3 rocks cost 20 stone. The wide rock, this costs 20 stone. And then you have the balanced rock, and this one costs 50 stone. And then obviously the hedges. We got the short hedges. If you want to find the hedges, go to fences and then hedges. You got low hedges and tall hedges. And they work like normal fences where you can just drag them and place them. And then you just build them. I'll have to find something to do with these. I definitely want to make some sort of hedge maze now that we actually have legit hedges. And then the last 2 things that they added, I forgot to show the majestic tree. How could I forget the majestic tree? My favorite decoration in the game. It's because I've been talking about it the entire time. This is a plantable tree, and it is probably the biggest tree in the game now. If you go to furniture, natural decorations, and other trees, you can plant the majestic tree. And you get these seedlings from exotic goods vendors. So Domazir in Piestovia or any of the exotic goods vendors you may run into on the valley. And like I said, you may have to wait a season before all the villagers repopulate their new inventory. So if you just like log in right away, go to Domazir, he may not have like the evergreen seeds or the majestic seeds, so on and so forth. And then these are the ponds. We got a round pond and then the rockery pond. I have a couple ideas of where I would like to place some of these ponds. I really like how the rockery pond looks, but I feel like I might add one of these round ponds into like my little hovel that I have in the swamp with Namir and Lubomir in here. I might try and get a pond in there. Wow, the ponds look really cool. Flower glitch is new and should probably be reported to devs. I think Half Danish said that they fixed it in a hotfix. I'll check on the beta patch notes after the stream, and if it's like there, then I mean we're good. If not, I mean I could always just drop a suggestion, but I think they might know. If they actually fixed the bucket durability glitch though, that's pretty crazy. I think we've had that glitch for like a year now, almost a year at least. Okay, let's go show where you buy all this stuff too. And because I always want extra seeds and stuff.
Move on.
I don't think we went to Piastovia this season. We might have. Actually, we might have. But I mean, regardless, I can at least show people that haven't seen yet where to get them. How do you report stuff? Post it on the official Discord. There's usually like a bug fix area or like a bug report like tab. And that's where you can also like place, you know, suggestions and things you'd like to see, and just, you know, sometimes they'll have events, they'll do giveaways and stuff like that. Definitely worth checking out the official Medieval Dynasty Discord. But yeah, if you're looking for who you can buy the seeds from, you're looking for, like I said, the exotic goods vendor Domazir.
Hail, friend.
He sells the green shrub seeds, hedge maize, majestic seeds, small evergreen seeds, white flowering shrub seeds, wild rose seeds, and yellow flowering seeds. So I'm just gonna buy all of them.
Goodbye.
And as for seedlings, you can manually get seedlings by cutting trees down, and then you'll get seedlings from them. But sometimes Markuslav in Piastovia and Zevia in Ostoya will sell seedlings. So like Markuslav has a maple seedling today only.
Have a good day.
And if we go to Ostoya and we go check with Zevia, she should have some as well.
How is life treating you?
And then if you're playing on the valley, it's the same. Even though the exotic goods vendor like moves from place to place every season, they will still sell the seeds. So you just got to actually track them down, whether you're going to Yazrica, Gastovia, or Hornica. I think those are the towns that have the taverns in them. Or your own tavern, if you have a tavern in your own town. And then you could go talk to like Edwin. What are the other farmers' names? There's a farmer in Denica. There's a farmer in Ralnica. There's 3 farmers I know. But Zevia is the only farmer I think on this map, so we can check her. She's got a spruce seedling.
Can I? Good luck.
Buckets are fixed, but don't know about the flower.
Giddy up.
If that's the case, then yeah, maybe I'll report that, because that's bad news for the flatbread mafia. Are seeds part of the patch or the DLC? So seeds, the seeds for the trees, so the seedlings, those are part of the update. basically the two updates we have here are the plant a tree update, which is the free update, which is what allows you to plant the trees and also move things. So if you want to move things or plant, you know, the natural trees and cut them down, you'll be able to do that with the free update without getting the DLC. But if you want to get the majestic tree, you want to get the evergreen trees, you want to get the rocks, the hedges, the bushes, which I cut down, or the ponds, this is going to be all in the Echoes of Nature DLC here. Stream just started. Nah, we've been going for a while. We'll probably end in a second, actually. But we started pretty early. We were showing off all the new stuff, and I'll show a little bit of it again in the summer. So let's move to the summer season. Will we get a 4th event in a row? We actually did. Did they? I wonder if they upped the event. Like chances. I kind of hope they did. Youth is a time of levity and weird ideas. A group of young villagers appear to be no different. A teenager organized a cow riding competition. Without hesitation, pay the entry fee and join the competition with the intent of winning. I ended up... Your crowd adores you even if you... After your last attempt ended with your face in the mud. 5% less stamina. 1500 dynasty rep, though. I forgot to pay taxes again.
There. Have a good day.
How
Namir,
are you?
I have a gift for you. And can you go pay the debt?
Be
Thank you.
safe.
Price on it yet? I don't think so. People in the chat have been saying they think it's gonna be around like 10 bucks. I have no idea though. There's ponds now. Yep, we got 2 ponds. Since we're in the summer season now, everything is gonna look different. Or at least some of the things. I think a lot of the evergreen trees and rocks will still look the same in the summer. But the bushes start flowering. So if I just replace all the bushes down. Wild rose bush. Yellow flowering shrub. And the white flowering shrub. Now they all have colors. Now these are the ponds. I think ponds only cost rocks. Yep. The round pond is 30 stone and the rockery pond is 60 stone. So get your excavators mining. Try and get as much stone as you can because these decorations are not cheap. It looks like the plants inside the water changed though. The water lilies and the lily pads. Gonna need a bigger map soon to do the huge cities with huge perks. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get a co-op update on Valley, or better yet, maybe we'll get a new map sometime in the future. You never know. I say next Medieval Dynasty stream, we'll probably do a bunch of speculation. But I'd say since we know we're getting this update, I just wanted to talk about what's coming this specific update. Can you populate them with fish? You could drop fish in there. They won't move, but you could put fish in there. A new map would be cool. A new map would be cool. I would even be down for an extension on Oxbow. Because I feel like there's a lot of room they could still add on Oxbow if they wanted to add more stuff. But if they decide to do like a new map or like custom maps or something, I don't know. I would be 100% down.
Every day.
I would assume if they did a new map though, it would probably be another DLC. me a code. I want to join. We're not doing any multiplayer today. We'll be doing multiplayer next Thursday when the update officially comes out, though. The plan is, as long as you're a member, I'll have like a link that'll link you to our members page, and then you can fill out like the Google form, and then depending on how many people there are, I'll like spin a wheel, and whoever I land on will be playing with us. And if people ever have to, like, you know, come in and come out, we'll add people back as, you know, there's new slots filled. I will try and get as many people working on a village. We're gonna try and make like a whole community village together. Random map would be great, but would be cursed and hard to do. Yeah, like a random map seed, that would be, I don't know about that one. It could, if they could make it work, I think it'd be cool, but well, I got sticks grown in my fields. I gotta weed this place now. I gotta weed my fields now. I mean, at least I got free sticks. New map would mean new story. Probably, yeah. No, I have no idea what they're planning to do next. If it was random map, it might not have a story. That is true, but I don't know. I feel like there's some things they could do to make it interesting. But that's a lot of speculation. But now, guys, I think we're gonna end the stream here. I need to give my throat a rest. My throat's hurting. Like I said, I'm sick. Still sick. But I appreciate everybody stopping by the stream today, checking out all of the new updates and new decorations added. Like I said, next Thursday is the day that everything comes out, so if you want to try that out. Also, another thing I forgot to mention, which I should remind everybody. If you play with somebody that has the DLC, like you join their game, you don't actually have to have the DLC yourself. So if you join my game and you don't have the DLC, you'd have the option to use them. I'd like to see wagons go around the map. We might see some wags in the future, you never know. Like to see castle and fort building, bandit tax and village, or assigning village to protect village from the bandits. Especially, I'd say the assigning villagers to protect the village. I would love to get some watchtowers, because that would not only be like, you know, another system that you have to work on. You know, maybe your villagers need security now, but now we have another really cool building to add to the village. You have a Discord? Yeah, let me see if I can get the link really quick. Where is... Here we are. Oh, I lost it.
I'm so tired of teenagers.
I should have a
Question everything you
a message that like shows.
either argue
What do they call them?
things.
Where you like exclamation mark Discord and then it posts the Discord. I don't have the Discord in the description. Usually I do. Yeah, commands. Yeah, I need some commands. So I usually have this link a lot quicker. Disaster, can you get it? get the Discord link? I don't know if you can find it. I think it's like hiding it for me because of, I think I gotta disable streamer mode. Oh, here it is. Okay, she got it. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. But we'll post. I always post when we're going live on the Discord there. And we sometimes share like screenshots and random stuff. So if you want to join the Discord, be sure to check out the Discord here. Hey, welcome back, Kimberly. We're literally just ending. Increase the map update. A bigger map or, you know, a new map could be interesting in the future. But I'm pretty happy with the decorations. I'm looking forward to messing around with them more often. Tomorrow, since the Big Craft update's coming out, we'll probably do some Big Craft tomorrow. On Saturday or Sunday, Sengoku is coming out with a new update, I think on Tuesday. And I think I have early access to try that. So we might actually try a Sengoku update on Sunday. And then throughout the all next week, I'll be posting some Medieval Dynasty videos. And then of course on Thursday, when the update comes out, we'll start a new run. It'll be co-op. Members will have the option to try and join. And it'll be fun messing around with all the chaos, trying to build a village together. I really loop a beard. Nah. But nah, it's been fun, y'all. I'm gonna go rest for a bit. I also gotta get some more water because I'm running out of water here. Is Sengoku worth it? I would say Sengoku's worth it. I would say Sengoku is the second best Dynasty game that's out. So if you want another decent Dynasty game, I would definitely recommend Sengoku. But wait till Sunday. If you're interested in seeing if Sengoku is worth it, wait till Sunday. Come to the stream. I'll show it off. Maybe I'll have some goodies, you never know. Appreciate everybody. I also hope I get over this sickness. Being sick is not fun, but it could be worse, you know. It could be a lot worse. I'm still happy that I was, you know, good enough that I could show off the stream and check it out with you guys. But now guys, I'll be streamed again tomorrow, probably around 2 p.m. We start early today, so we'll probably do our usual time this weekend. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, y'all.
I'm dead tired.
Same.